Warning. The content in this podcast contains some explicit language which may be offensive to some listeners and may be inappropriate for children. Therefore, the content in this podcast is intended for a mature audience only.
So, when'd you fall in love with hip-hop? Right here, what we're gonna do is go back.
So this is Mocha T. I'm Capri.
I'm Mika.
This is Dante.
And we have 3 honorary guests, because we're going to call y'all honorary today. Because we're honoring you guys. If y'all want to say your name.
My name is Terry Gaines. My name is Lionel Trailer.
Joe the Third.
We're honoring fathers today.
We are.
Wonderful fathers.
So I just figured we came up with this idea basically where men don't get a lot of recognition. So, we put out actual, a contest, basically, for some, body to basically send in about fathers. And what we decided to do that, we was actually going to let you guys come on, discuss fatherhood, but actually be able to honor you guys by taking y'all out to get y'all something to eat. Because a lot of times men just don't get recognized. You always hear Happy Mother's Day and everything about mothers. So we thought it would be a great idea to actually take some time out and honor some of y'all that actually are good fathers.
We appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
That was one thought.
Yes. And y'all got some, get some nice letters sent in.
Yeah.
Y'all had some really
People
nice
talked
emails.
really nicely of you guys.
Like it was extensive. Like
right.
it was received, like it was an
was.
Email from the person who nominated you all. It was like extensive, and it was like, wow.
Right.
So, you all are doing a good job, and other people recognize it and see it.
Cheers to those people.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
So it was really nice. You got a question for us, Capri?
I do. So, can you call a man beautiful?
No.
Yes.
I say yes.
No.
So tell me why you say yes, and then tell me why y'all say no.
Beautiful because that's that's something that's coming straight from the heart. You know what I'm saying? You seeing the inner beauty, you know what I'm saying? You seeing what's really about that person. It ain't really about the looks, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of the person. So, yeah, a man can be beautiful too. So, yeah, hey, I am beautiful. So, like, I don't mind it. Now, cute? I ain't cute.
Why?
But beautiful? Yeah, it's a different thing, you know what I'm saying? Cute is more of a physical thing, you know what I'm saying? It's how you look. Beautiful, that's on the inside, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Okay,
going
I
in
can hear
depth.
what you say.
So, yeah.
Okay.
You beautiful.
I truly agree with that. Cute? Nah, that's drawing a line. That's like some little boy cute.
He sound bad right now.
Sweet stuff. Ain't nothing sweet around here.
Okay.
But, yeah, I feel you on that, because you can be beautiful in your, your not just your physical attributes, but in your work. How you carry yourself.
Yeah.
Because I think a man's worth is in his work.
Yeah.
That's why when he was created, he created an obligation, which is work, before he created a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And we got tired. When we got our work done, it was like, okay, now I'm going to make that woman for you. So that's what you need after work.
That's kind of like your reward.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Exactly. Reward, I like that. But yes, I am beautiful. I'm going to pass my homie right here.
I'm handsome. I'm Terry Gaines. I'm handsome, fine, anything outside that boat. Don't call me beautiful. That's what you call the ladies. That's what I think of my personal opinion. You can call me handsome, fine. I'll take that. But beautiful is like, I look at it as a woman. You know what I mean? A woman perspective, I call her beautiful, sexy, or,
Look,
that's my opinion.
Dante love to call a man beautiful. Why do you call men beautiful?
Because they're just beautiful to me. It just depends, but sometimes I see, there's a cute man or he's attractive, but there's some men that's just beautiful to me.
Pineapples, don't have cute men. He can't
but,
be cute. Cute man.
But she probably, I don't know if she would say you cute.
No,
now
I will.
Oh, to the man?
I have. But I didn't even know that men had an issue with it until y'all saying it right now. I didn't know that because I'd be like,
if I get a good morning text and say, good morning, beautiful, are you texting the wrong person? You trying to text You know what I mean? Terriana. You know what I mean? Not Terry.
Terriana.
Hey, no, wait, now, I do agree with that part.
You must got the wrong number. You got the wrong
Beautiful.
number.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I can't, don't hit me like that.
No.
But you can say that.
But
hey,
somebody, you
are,
just saying it within
like
the
you
soul.
are, yeah.
In
You are
conversation,
beautiful. Yeah,
Okay.
no,
you're
yeah.
a beautiful.
Okay.
I think you're a beautiful man. Like, but not. I'm not gonna text you beautiful because that's some gay shit.
Yeah.
And if you
That's
respond to me like "Good morning," like, pineapple, this nigga gay.
Hey, you might get left on red.
Yeah.
You read it, but did not respond. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, is that what it say? Yeah, unseen. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I feel like I ain't open.
Yeah. But like my man said right here, it ain't about your physical
It ain't.
attributes, your appearance. You know, you can be beautiful in, you know, the way you carry yourself, the way you conduct yourself. So if you're talking about that, I'm with that. You talking about beautiful because my hair? Nah.
You read the wrong way. Yeah.
I cut it
Even
off.
with the word beautiful, you know, I wouldn't use that with a woman either. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you sexy, you fine.
Yeah.
I can't call you beautiful until I know what's on the inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful is a different word. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's, you know what I'm saying, to another level.
It elevates it.
Yeah, it's when I'm elevating, when I'm really trying. I ain't trying to get your drawers no more. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, lift you up now.
Right.
It's a different, we on different terms now.
Exactly. That's
So,
understandable.
Yeah.
So what's the next?
Yeah, my intake on that is I'm like Dante, I've seen some men that are beautiful. It's just like, y'all go beyond the, ooh, he fine, ooh, he sexy, ooh, he's beautiful. Like, God took
Beyond.
his time and crafted every part of his being that makes you want to get to know his soul.
Exactly.
Like, makes you, that
But
draws
when
you
you're
to
saying
him.
that, all right, when you're saying that, I don't know if this is going off screen, but when you're saying that, are you looking for the physical part of that? Or, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it
Because
is the
beauty,
physical part of it, but the physical part of it is almost like,
the physical part of it is the sexy. You know what I'm saying? That's the fine. That's the
well,
six pack.
no, I'm saying what I'm saying is like,
like hard worker.
Yeah,
she
like
really
you
just-
seeing something else in him.
but
you know
no,
what I'm saying?
there's
Like,
more. So some men, and I'm just gonna be 100% honest with you. Some men draw you to their souls.
right.
It's that aura.
It's
Right.
it's
There you
something.
go.
There
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
experience.
that's- okay. So
Yeah,
that's
there's something.
beauty,
So,
but that's
so
not
his,
something like you
but
just
even his
see.
physical.
No, she not just she just
You
included
see
everything.
Yeah.
Like when you
Yeah,
see that
okay,
man,
no, okay, that,
he's
yeah,
an
we agree.
overall
Yeah, yeah.
beautiful
Exactly.
man. Like when you see him,
Anything
something
about him.
draws you
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
Right.
It can be his physical appearance. You can see that he's hardworking. You can see he's
Yeah.
dedicated,
Yeah, like you
loyal.
said.
All
You know
of
what I'm
that.
saying? Everything. And
And
it's
it's
just
like,
So that's what I'm
wrapped
saying. Yeah,
up
the
in-
beauty is like all of that in one. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that
saying? When I look at you,
connection,
I can be like, yeah, I mean, she got fat ass, yeah. But that's not the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's just
what I'm
sexy,
saying.
right?
Or like
Right.
y'all
Yes.
see a man,
Yeah.
I don't know what y'all look when y'all see the man, like what parts
Yeah.
y'all looking at, but whatever.
Well, they
y'all
look at
see.
different parts than I do. So
But
I don't want to know the parts. I don't want to
it's
know the parts.
the,
But you know what
it's
I'm
the
saying?
unseen, man.
Yeah, and that's why I say that's
Explain.
when
Yeah.
It's
you
the
elevate
unseen.
it to a different
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
Right.
of where we talking beauty, like as in marriage, engagement, or girlfriend, boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I want you to be my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But now when I'm talking about beauty, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, I want you to be the queen of my couch. You know,
You
my
got the
couch.
whole, you got the whole
Yeah.
9
Yeah,
yards.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
hardworking man.
Yeah.
You take care of your kids. All that. That's basically
All
what
that.
it is.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You got everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. So
Just beautiful.
second thing, what is the sweetest compliment you've ever received?
Sweetest.
Mine's came from my little girl, and it was last year. I took him to the state fair, and give me a second if I get choked up, whatever. But it was serious to me because some people really don't understand what it is to be a father in this day and age. I took him to the fair, you know what I'm saying, and my sister helped me like fund it. So we really ain't got a lot of money. We're not out there doing a lot. But this dude came up. He was Captain America. And we were doing, he was taking pictures. He was explaining to us about his uniform, how his uniform was really bulletproof or whatever. Like he had the serious ballistics. Well, he goes on, we take pictures with him, but he goes on to ask the little girl. He asked the kids, period. He was like, well, who's y'all hero? And then my little girl, I'm trying to tell you, she was like, my daddy. He was like, but no, I'm trying to say, like, you could pick any superhero in the world that you want to. You know what I'm saying? Who is your hero? She looked at him again like, what? It's a problem? It's my daddy. And you know what I'm saying? And me, I'm behind like, hey, You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care about the rest of your comments. You can tell me my edge up is messed up. The rest of that's all.
Yeah.
When your kids see you as a hero, hey man, ain't nothing nobody else can tell me, man. I don't care what else I'm doing wrong. I don't care how I'm getting it or how I'm getting it done. My kids see me as they hero. You know what I'm saying? So that was my, you know what I'm saying? It just hit me.
That's
so
what's up.
That is.
yeah.
You think of something?
I'm trying to decide between something right now. So I'm
Okay.
passing to him right now.
Basically, to me, like I'm a good dad because in my situation, I didn't have a dad since I was 3 years old, like in and out of my life. So when I heard that, I try to do something that I didn't have. You know what I mean? So I step up and do something that I didn't have, and throw the ball to my son, play with my son, because I never had it. So I grew up without it. So I take that serious. When people have kids, the daddy should be a father in the kid's life, because that's, I mean, they need both parents, to me,
Absolutely.
to be honest. Like, I take that serious. Like, when I have homeboys, when they say they don't want to be in the kids, like they say child support is enough for their kid, they get offended at me because your kid didn't do it to you. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that out on your kid. So, to me, basically, it's just be a good father. And that's what I'm going to continue to be.
Kyrie is just like you, by the way. I'm thinking about him. He is so chill. He's so young, but he's so chill. He's like nonchalant. He's
coolest baby you never met.
he is so young.
Yes, he is.
He is definitely my brother.
So when I was over at y'all's grandma's house, and he was holding what's her name, baby?
Paris.
Paris. There you go. I was gonna call her Peyton, but I'm like, that ain't her name. Paris. He was holding the door, and Paris was trying to get out, and I was like, Kyrie, stop doing that. And he looked at me. He turned around and looked. I said, Kyrie, she do that to you too sometimes, don't she? And he said, yeah.
It's like it's payback. It's payback. This
Like
time.
he was looking like she understands.
Yeah, you
She
feel me,
really-
don't you?
You feel me? That's just
She
so
already
cool.
knew
He
this
just
was coming.
he didn't
Yeah.
even like
Yeah.
he didn't even have like no like thought like he was so chill about it, but he just shook his head
I
like
don't think I never seen
But it's like me and Sade growing up. Like Sade's bossy,
God,
and Paris is like the same way. So Kyrie looking at it like, I'll get you when I can. I'll get you when I can because I'm not gonna let you keep on doing this to me. Like
That's why his nickname
Yeah.
is literally our nickname for him is brother, because he acts exactly like our brother.
that is so funny.
Girl, that's our brother.
Girl, he was just so laid back. He didn't have no expression on his face, but he started shaking his head like, yeah, you understand. Like, yeah, like, like, she didn't know you feel me. Like, you feel me. Like, yeah.
Grown man already. Yeah.
Been there before.
I hope I don't get in trouble for it, but do you feel me? I'm tired of it.
Like, man, like, she deserved that for that moment. Like,
Hey, so
I'm
you
tired of her
understand.
getting
Come
me.
help me hold the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Come
I'm
help
tired
me.
of her getting me and she get me. Yeah.
So what about you?
Before. Mine, I'm gonna keep it real simple. Mine is in the text. My mother-in-law had died last year. She passed, and I've been fathering the child for like 3 years. He's 3 years old, you know, because the father ain't really in his life. But and she, you know, she died in the 70s, and she was, you know, taking care of a child. You know, she trying to do a lot at an old age. So, you know, I took on responsibility. I was like, he don't have time for his father to just want to be in his life right now. He just needs something around him. So I've been, you know, taking care of him for a long time. Still doing it right now. But I got a text that I keep on my phone, and it says, just thank you for being a father in this child's life. And that's like the last thing she had said before she passed. And I just hold that dear to heart.
Yes,
And I'm just like, man, that's why I got to keep it moving.
Oh wow.
You know,
Know what you're here for. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
purpose.
That first song. Yeah.
Purpose, man. So
It's serious.
y'all are perfect. Y'all are
Yeah.
perfect. So we get ready to segue right on. Y'all just
We
segued
not
us right
perfect,
on.
Yeah.
but
No, I mean, I'm not
we
saying it
perfect.
like
Yeah.
perfect as in like perfect because you have flaws,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
like y'all were perfect in how y'all segued that. I love
Everything,
that.
every answer, it hit on a little bit of everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what inspires you guys to be fathers? Like, you know, I feel like there's some level of something. What inspires you to get up every day and be a father?
Because we were actually at your house last night, and you
We
have a
were.
sign on your door that says the neighborhood dad.
Man,
So you the
hey,
neighborhood daddy. So what inspires you to take care of
like-
everybody's
like
kids?
Teddy said, like, we ain't have it. You know what I'm saying? And
there you go.
with these kids, like we was talking about it earlier, like with these kids, they really not understanding of
Yeah.
what it's like to not have a father. You know what I'm saying? All of us sitting here really know what that's like. You know what I'm saying? When we was growing up, we didn't have the technology or the communicational capabilities that we do now. Like, when we say, hey, I ain't heard from daddy, yeah, we ain't heard from daddy like 6 months, like real talk. It ain't no, I ain't got no faith. Well, my daddy he ain't hit my page today. He ain't on my Instagram. No. I don't even know what city, state he in. You hear me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like serious. So, when I got the opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, change some things, I mean, just because it was done to you, don't mean you got to do it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Change it up. What are the things that made me who I am? You know what I'm saying? And it took outside men, you know what I'm saying, or outside people to influence me. So, you know what I'm saying, all you got to be is a good influence. It don't matter who you are, what your sex is. Really, the kids are going to adapt to you. So my biggest thing is like right now, I got a house. I got like 10 kids at the house right now.
You know what I've heard somebody say is that, like deadbeat daddies, I've heard them say that I turned out okay. So my kids are okay without me.
Nah, that ain't good.
And they feel like you said, the child support parent them. Like, well, I'm taking care of them, but I'm not there physically.
Like, that's enough.
Yeah.
$200 is enough for a month.
Yeah,
Like,
my thing is I'm gonna fight the child support regardless, because to me, I'm one of them days that, like we said, we didn't grow up with our daddy, so we grew up in single mom homes. So we looking at mommy doing it all by herself. So me, I'm the type like, well, Ben, I done figured out what mommy doing by herself for us to make it. Hey, I don't need a woman either. I can do it too. So hey, you don't need my child support. Keep my child. You know what I'm saying? I can support the child better than you can. Cause guess what? I know how mama used to fend. We got $200 worth of food stamps. We supposed to make it for these 60 days, and you know what I'm saying, whatever, whatnot. You got $200 worth of food stamps. You want to go try to flip and do this, and you not doing it right, and you still sitting at home with mommy now? No, you can't do it like that. I can rock this out better than you, and then you want to take half my check for what? I'm supposed to pay for you? Because nowadays, the way the court systems are set up, they don't want to ask too many questions because they really don't want to be in your business. They were set up to take, you know what I'm saying, to break up the households. You know what I'm saying? Black families are a lot more powerful than a strong black
So
woman.
I heard that it's actually, the system is actually designed to break up the household because, if you get assistance to Section 8, you can't have the father in the home or a man in the home in general.
Right.
And so I heard that it's actually designed that
to separate us, because what you see now is, no offense to y'all, I love y'all to death, you know what I'm saying, especially, you know what I'm saying, you my cousin, we see a lot of strong black women out here, right? But y'all single strong black women, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's still an unbalance.
Yep.
Then you see a lot of strong black men out here, or you see black men like us is struggling, you know what I'm saying, to be there in our kids' family, and we doing everything we got to do. But on the other side of us is a bitter baby mama because of all her problems or whatever she got going on. So it's still an unbalance. And you know what? And they win it in the end.
And we talked about that yesterday.
How are they winning,
remember we had a conversation about, baby mamas not allowing. A lot of times you don't know the story.
Yeah, we did have a conversation because, we had a conversation last Sunday because I was saying I had some daddy issues or whatever, and my dad, he would come. I would see him maybe once a year. I mean, at one point it was 3 years or whatever, and then he would send $100 once a year. That was it. But my mom, to me, never pressed child support, never anything. But to me, I held that resentment against him. But I didn't know the story. I don't know the story.
And what's the bad part about that is, there's great things to it, but there's bad things to it too. Because what they built right there was a strong black woman, which is your mother.
Right.
So now what that impression does to you is a reflection of what I want to be and what I can do too. I see my mama do it, so I can do it too. So in the back of your mind, your whole way, you stressing out, I don't need no man for nothing. Yeah. But in all reality,
I don't feel that
strong. But
I'm
saying it's just a mentality.
But a lot of them have that mentality.
I look at it like this. It's better to have two than one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting to.
It's better to have two than one.
Yeah.
So you got that strong black woman, and you looking at it, but you also got the strong black man. Yeah. And if we really, if we can join together, you know what I'm saying? Now we building an empire. We building a kingdom, and that's not what they seen us as. You know what I'm saying? Because our ancestors, whatever, where we at in Africa, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no big history person like that, but over there, you know what I'm saying? When you get to a certain age, you're a man. You take you and your woman, boom, you gotta go. You gotta go build your own kingdom. You gotta go build your own tribe. You gotta build your own group of people, and y'all gotta stand together. You know what I'm saying? But now they figure out, boom, we break in between that. it's too much controversy. Hey, guess what? You can do it on your own. You don't really need the man. But it's things in there that man is supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's supposed to uphold.
And we actually had this conversation right before y'all came,
Yes.
because I said we were talking about a 2-parent household, and I said I tried it, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people do try, but unfortunately it didn't work.
Yeah.
But you know why they don't work is because we are so prone to seeing them not work now.
That's
we
not
don't work.
That's not necessarily
Nah,
true.
No,
So are we?
sometimes that is true.
No, I'm saying not on all cases though.
Not
That's
all
not-
cases.
Not on all, but I'm saying like that's more or less what you're used to seeing, what you're expected of. You know what I'm saying? It's like they almost pretty much make it out to say, oh, well, it's okay if y'all don't make it. But back in the day,
Well,
let grandma and grandpa try to get a divorce.
go up the
Yeah.
street.
I'm trying to tell you, let grandma and
Go up
grandma.
the street. See how many signs you're gonna see where you can get a divorce for $200, or abort your baby for a little bit of price. Because the whole thing is about taking off the head. Take off the head, you got the rest of the body. That's why they built this whole thing about independent woman. Independent woman. I heard a woman and say it's not about being independent; it's about being interdependent. You know, whether we know it or not, or whether respect it or not, life is about relationships and building it with the right people.
Yep.
Sometimes we get in relationships with the wrong people. You know, we don't use them and utilize them in a certain manner that we're supposed to utilize them. We're supposed to be involved with each other in certain ways, but you got to play your position. You might not need to be my husband, or you might not need to be, you know what I'm saying, my homie that I kick it with every day, but I do got a use for you. The thing is,
Man.
we need to take time and fill each other out, like you was talking about your aura
Yeah.
in the beginning. We too busy worried about the physical attributes, or maybe, oh, he got a car, or she got a fat ass. You ain't even got the time to even get to know that person yet. Like my boy Cat Williams said, you might run into the club and see a girl, she got a fat ass. He said, man, go to the back, go jack off for a minute. Then come back and have a conversation with her. You be like, never mind, I ain't even been trying to do nothing with you. I'm good. But the thing is, they know once they got their head, they got the rest of the body. We too busy trying to be independent. Then you got your kids, they ain't being well balanced because you need 50% masculinity and you need 50% feminine principles. That's what make a balanced person. That's what makes you whole. It's just like certain drugs and elements they put in your body and they destroy your body. The only reason why they destroy your body is because certain things are abstracted out of those things. So they're trying to make themselves whole off of taking stuff out of your body to make themselves whole. And so that's what the family's trying to do. We extracting, we making the rest of the body sick because we're trying to make ourselves whole again. Because we're trying to be independent.
Right.
One, I can do this all on my own. You end up running yourself raggedy.
Man.
Well,
And
I've
it's not
always
even meant
said,
to be that way.
I've always said that I think part of it is because as a woman, and this is just me being a woman, I've said this week because, like I said, we talked about it on Sunday in depth, but that strong black woman tag or label has dehumanized us.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude.
And it makes us have to live life as if the only people we have to depend on is ourselves.
Yeah.
And a lot of times what happens is you're forced into that space.
Yeah.
You know, the blessing is y'all are in y'all's children's lives. But what happens when you have a baby with a man who just says, fuck it, I'm just going to pay my child support and I'm not going to be there. And it's not anything that you've done as a mother or as a person, but because that's what he's choosing to do and who he's choosing to be. And so I think sometimes what ends up happening is you get stuck having to be that person in our world or our community. It's not okay to be traumatized. It's not okay to lay down and be depressed in your room and feel some kind of way.
Yeah.
It's not even okay to feel some kind of way because then you're the bitter baby mama, you're angry black woman. The fact that you were even pissed off that your child doesn't have their father in their life, and if you calling him to I don't understand why you're not here. So what happens is your friend groups, your parents, your grandparents, everybody say, I mean, it is what it is. We got this baby. You just got to keep going. Yeah. And that's what you get as a black woman. You get that. You don't get to be weak. You don't get to not do it. You don't get to not provide.
Because
you
you
don't,
have to.
because you have to.
You have to. It
And the
doesn't matter.
thing is, that's what I talked about last week. Everybody always labels me, and y'all my cousin, you my brother, as strong woman. And y'all may think, you know, and I'm going to come from our end because y'all may think that she an independent woman. When people tell us that, it's not necessarily like I want to be that independent woman. I'm forced into this damn position.
You have to be.
I mean, so I don't want to say like, oh, I'm independent. I will tell you, like,
Yeah.
if you ask me some of my positives, I'm going to say that I am independent, but it's not that I want to be independent by myself.
Yeah.
You know, we want that family. We want that man. And I just wasn't, you know, my son's daddy ain't been in his life. You know, I'm not that, you know what type of baby mom I am. Y'all do. Y'all know I'm not going to go search for him.
Right.
I'm not going to go ask him for anything. Now, I want him in my son's life, but I have been forced into the position to be his Javion's coach, his mama, his friend. Not because then you have to step in his life and be his other daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that we want to be independent.
I think what we need to do is understand this right here. Okay, you got your men and you got your fuck boys.
You do.
You got to take your time to know the two. You know, it's just like you got to run certain processes to understand what type of character they are. You know.
So let me respond to that really quickly. In this being said, I wasn't taught the difference between a man and a fuckboy.
Exactly.
I grew up without my dad. I
Understand.
had my stepdad who filled in, but still never gave me the understanding of what a man was
Which
and
is
what
why
a
we need
fuckboy
two-parent
is.
households.
Exactly.
Right.
That's exactly why we need
Bring it
two-parent
back.
households.
Back-
Right.
Because
back-
there's a
yeah,
lot of girls who
yeah.
don't know the difference, and we
That's
do
it.
mess with fuckboys and have kids by these
Exactly.
dudes that's deadbeats. When if we had our fathers in our lives, we would be able to recognize
Exactly,
them when they
yes.
came along.
And-
But,
but-
instead, we looking
We
for
would know
somebody
who to
to
choose.
Right.
we looking for somebody to love, like, oh, he loved me, or
What y'all
you
expect
know.
out of a man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What you
We
Like
don't
the,
know.
Like the
But-
attributes of like the man and the woman as a whole are being downplayed now. The things that used to be the strong qualities of a woman, you know what I'm saying?
Should
are
work it
now-
out.
Yes.
Women
it's-
ain't willing to
yes,
work it
they
out
not-
no more.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't
what
want
it
to work
is.
We'll
this
say
out,
that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'll be like,
And-
I can do it by
and
myself.
everybody's
And sometimes
ready
you're
to
forced
run.
into
Yeah.
that mindset.
Yeah.
But I
Because
think we
that's
need to
all
be-
you've seen.
But I think we need to be reprogrammed
We
because
should.
if we need to
But
be
you know what this
reprogrammed because
problem?
it is that.
That's
Yes.
what happened to us.
'Cause-
We got reprogrammed to
Yeah.
a different way to where
Okay,
it's,
this
we
the way.
coming from over here, we
Oh,
coming from
wait.
tribes, we coming from kingdoms, we coming from this to where guess what? Your brother screwed you over to do
Yeah.
this, so he can sleep with your woman to do this. To where now we just separated all of these people. To where now, guess what? You can be a strong black woman. I got you here. There's a woman with, you know what I'm saying, X amount of kids with no man in that picture.
Oh, you think they took over the Congo?
The man, yeah, you know what I'm saying, and that's how they doing it. They reprogramming us to a different standard and making it okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When they took the dad out, what they
Yeah.
do? They replace him. We gonna give you food
The
stamps.
government is your
We gonna
daddy
give you
now.
food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Just come to us first, though. Don't entrust
Yeah.
in this man that you should be, that you not already laid down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you didn't entrust this man enough to open your legs and your body, your heart. At least, you know what I'm saying?
And
That's
then-
where I'm looking
and then
at it
I
when
think-
you go sexual. You opened your mind to all of this, then you should be real willing to somewhere in your mind think about, this might be my baby daddy. This might be the man that I have to grow old
Then it
with.
creates
Yeah.
a divide because, like, you're forced, like, okay, yes, I need state assistance, but then you're forced to list the father as,
Yeah.
you know, you're forced to list the father. So then they go and put child support on him, which then
Trapping.
create that
Yep.
that issue between you two.
Yep.
Because
Yes.
it's like, why did you put child support on me? Well, I really didn't want to, but I had to because,
That's
but I
them.
needed
It's
help.
designed.
That's
But I
the-
got,
It's
by
I got a
design.
question though.
It's by design.
But be honest, women. I mean, be honest. Like,
Yeah.
look at how many women really take that child support and spend it on that child.
Okay, I got an issue with that.
Yeah, I do too.
But see,
Because
oh,
it goes to the household in general.
Child support is child support. My thing is, you can't tell me that I have to go buy him shoes or clothes or shirt because child support is child support. I gotta put a roof over the head. I gotta drive them back and forth.
Gas
you know,
money.
gas
Oh,
money.
wait,
Take
y'all
them.
don't-
But it's
No,
a lot of them out there
listen,
saying, I
no,
gotta get
let
these
me-
extensions,
let-
I gotta
Hey.
get these.
No, let me
these
finish
bundles.
because
Like I
y'all,
Even
y'all,
if I use that money
Hold on,
to
just
buy
a
me
second.
some
All right,
bundles.
go ahead.
Hold
Like I
on
said,
just a
you gotta
second.
separate the real
My
women.
thing is, just like y'all said, there are
Yeah,
men.
you
Let
go.
me finish. There are
No,
men
let's
and
go.
there are fuck boys. There
Exactly,
are baby
that's what I'm
mamas
saying.
and there are mothers.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
let's
Right.
get it. You hear
Right.
me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Baby
Yeah.
mama and mothers.
Yeah.
I am a mother.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. I'm not
Yeah.
going to because I'm liable to go take $500 more and spend it on my kids. The thing is, y'all can't put in y'all's mind that because I pay my mortgage or because I'm going to buy groceries and I still got to do gas money because I got to run these kids back and forth to football practice, basketball practice, dance, that you can't say that I just need to go take this and get her hair done or go buy her some clothes and shoes.
Woosah, baby.
Oh, I'm just,
Woosah.
that don't bother me. I'm telling you.
But I hear that.
It's a lot of, y'all understand what I'm saying?
No, I do
There's a lot of
understand
good
that.
mamas that take care
But
of
you
that
gotta
household.
separate
It's
it
a lot.
too. But
Let me tell you what I would do
Yeah.
when I get because my ex-husband pays me child support, and when I get it, I immediately go to the grocery store, and the amount that he give me doesn't even cover the groceries that I need for 2 weeks. But I was because he had that his wife actually had that same comment. She doing this, she doing that.
Pineapple.
I took a picture of the receipt. I'm buying groceries with
That's
your
what I'm
child
doing,
support.
Tony. Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still having to, they were going to 3 different schools. I'm having to drive to 3 different schools because I don't want them in Oklahoma City schools. I'm having to, to run this house because if it was just me, I can get a 1-bedroom. I wouldn't even need all this.
Okay,
So that's the thing with fathers is that they don't realize that it actually costs money to house kids.
And I'm gonna say this too.
It's more than just buying shoes and buying clothes.
That child
It-
support,
it
that
is.
child support that comes into my household goes into my pot of money. If I use whatever child support that goes into that pot of money to buy my extensions, because that's what it is, your kid is fully taken care of and clothed from head to toe. I'm running your child around.
different.
I'm getting your stuff. It doesn't matter what I spent that money on, because this is what I'm saying, Joe. The thing is, I use my money. My kid is taken care of.
Okay,
So
but
what I
only
use
thing I
that
say-
money
The
for?
only thing I say that is when we say child support is something that's saying, I'm going to do this every month, every time, the exact same way. January, yeah, I might go spend $500 on that kid. February, if I done spent $500 on them in January, why am I spending it again in February? Now, where the thing that play in, where women feel like, okay, well, I got the kid, the situation is different with me. Hey, I don't care. Give me my kid. I don't even want your child support. Because me, I'm the type of dad, I'm going to make it work with what I got on my lines. Me, if we going to do child support, okay, bam, let's set it up then. You say it's $500, that's what the kid costs every month? Okay, I'll put my $500, you put your $500 too. Now this money is now going into account just for this child, right? Yeah. So bam, that's just money that only me and you can okay that it's going out and being spent on just that child. Now your household, that's not my problem, because why? I have a household of my own.
But the kid has to go back and forth.
Oh, exactly. So then give me the exact amount of rights that you have.
Which is why
That's why
there's
joint
no child
custody.
support. There's
Yeah.
joint custody.
Huh?
So this is the
in
thing.
that situation,
Right.
there's no joint.
But that's why I say,
But if you
don't
don't
understand that,
if
why I
you're
say
doing
it
just
makes
as
you
much as
finish.
I'm doing,
Yeah.
if you okay, so this is the thing, because men always take it in that space, because child support is sensitive because it's money, and I think that that's the problem, and people want to dictate to you how this money is supposed to be spent, but that's fine.
Yes.
So 1 week I'm responsible for getting them back and forth to school, getting them clothes, buying what they need for whatever sport. That's my week. The next week, you do the same exact thing I'm doing.
There's
If
no
that's
child
what
support.
it is,
That's
then there's
totally
no
different.
child
Yeah.
support.
I'm trying to
No,
have
I'm
babies
looking at
together,
it.
'cause we
I'm
do
looking at it
stuff
like
that,
this.
'cause
I'm
back
looking
and
at-
forth,
That's just
I
joint
got-
custody.
But
So,
okay, see,
that's-
but joint custody
Yeah.
with a woman that can understand that, then that's cool. But what you have nowadays is that the government has came in and overtaken so much of what the man is supposed to be, that a woman feel like, oh, I got a kid, oh, I deserve X amount of dollars.
No,
Oh, wait, let me
That's
finish.
the problem right there.
Wait, let me finish, because I deserve, oh, I got one baby by you, guess what? The government say I deserve exactly $650 a month
Yep.
from you. No, that's not what that says, because are you stating and guaranteeing to me that if we split this, you spending $1,300 a month on this kid? Despite of what's going on, because hey, I got a household too. And that's joint custody too. But me, I'm the type of dad, I want to make sure we good on both ends. So I don't mind helping over there if you want to help here. But why is it that it's gotta come out of my check?
Yeah.
Because me, I'm type, hey, everybody here that grew up with, I bet you if you ain't got the right amount of grades, if your grade point average ain't here, damn them J's. I bet you go get some Shaqs. I bet you go get some Pro Wings. You're not gonna get them same shoes that you was gonna get if you making straight A's. So why is it not still balanced that way? When y'all go to child support court, it's like, bam, he make this is what I'm gonna get every month. Even the mothers know good and damn well that I'm not supposed to go in there and spend this amount every month exactly. Because some months I might hit and I'm gonna go over. Some months and I'm gonna go lower. But y'all see it as a dad.
As long as it balance out.
Most time it ain't about that either though. It's most time I got a lot of friends that's taking care of their kids and the mama mad because they in their feelings about the man in another relationship.
That's a whole other issue. That's a whole other issue. But let me tell you how we do it. Me and my ex-husband, we do it. It's so like I'm gonna use this month for example. I went on a cruise for a week. He paid me a certain amount. You deduct whatever the dollar value is for that week that you kept them. I'm going on a business trip next week. You deduct that. That's how we work.
Okay.
So if you, whatever week that you keep them, you keep that child support, you keep that. We never do that. If you take them to get haircuts, you deduct that from my child support. That's how we work. Yeah. And that's how, to me, that's how real women are supposed to work.
But the other part about that is this. You can't do that in every situation. So example, my son goes to daycare. And you got to pay daycare whether or not they there or not. So if my son ain't there, whether he's there for that week or not, I still have to pay for that week. So even when he's with you, I still have to pay for that. If I had to send him with a bag of clothes to your house, if I bought the shoes that he went to your house, I even had to buy I had to get a haircut and buy outfit for your family pictures. So if I have to do all of that, you're going to pay your whole child support amount. Because guess what? You're not coming out of pocket when he's with you. When he came back, he had to have T-ball. He had to have cleats. I had to buy a whole thing of basketball shorts. That's my thing. I'm holding that burden. I'm holding that. That comes out of my pocket. You're not buying that.
So do you feel like the extracurricular, when you start doing basketball, football, and all these other extracurricular activities, do you feel like the child support, okay, boom, you're granted $400 a month for child support, right? So long as I'm paying my child support, don't ask me for nothing else. Do you feel like that's okay?
I mean, I'm not going to ask.
He's not just playing football, but he's playing football. He want to play basketball. He want to play soccer, and he want to run track. So you know what I'm saying? That's all around season. So that's extra money.
To me, it ain't a limit on your child.
It ain't. That's
right. Not a limit. That's not a limit on your
it's
child.
Not.
So
that's why I'm saying child support to me. Don't give me no limit on my son or my daughter. I'm going to do what they need to be done.
But this is the
thing.
thing.
That's it. That's all I'm going to get. That's all I'm not buying.
You look at your child.
And that don't make sense.
But that's the same thing for me. I don't have a limit. And I want my child to be a productive adult, a productive human. So whether my child is if my child is in all these activities, my child is doing all this stuff, as a father, you should want to be involved in that. Because that makes you look good. So when my son go off to the NFL, do we stop and say, well, you didn't help buy no shoes? You wasn't at none of the practices.
I gave you that $400
but you gave me that $400. That should have covered that. I mean, because this is the other part. We got sons, and they eat. So some of them eating that $400 before I even touch
adult meals.
Right.
All of my kids eat adult meals.
Before I even touch anything else in their life, that $400 was gone because I bought them groceries. So if you're not giving nothing above that, and you feel like you don't need nothing above that, then remember that on draft day. Remember that when we sitting there and my son gets drafted, and my son, because that's balance that out.
And we gotta look at it like business. You gotta look at your children as not a liability, but your asset. Yeah. Your number one asset.
And I said like
that's your number one investment, man. You know what I'm saying? We look at it like this thing is gonna grow. We worried about all this other stuff and all the issues, and then when it's time to pay up, when that thing grow, just like you said, make to the NBA. Whatever. It could be just a small business or something that grow into a large business. And now you want a bigger portion. No, you didn't put in, homie. You didn't put in.
This might just be a random, you know what I'm saying, kind of off the wall question. But so the dad has been paying child support the whole time, and son makes it to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? When he get his sign-on bonus, do I get to sign on? Do I get to come in and say,
no?
Wait,
but that's what they based on my
exactly. So what did you
have you
been there?
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
saying.
your child is going to stop and ask. That's your child is going to make that decision.
Money ain't nothing. The time.
Exactly.
I have to look at the time.
So why we even speaking child support? You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm there for my child, in there and everything that he needs. The greatest, like I said, in everything that he needs. Not in part ways. You know what I'm saying? If my son needs football cleats, he gonna have football cleats. He just might not have Michael Vick's football cleats. He might not have Cam Newton's football cleats, but he out there with football cleats that's gonna make him safe.
You know what's the most valuable thing right now? We think it's money. Time is the most valuable thing.
Exactly.
Because I can't get that back.
You go to your job, they pay you for your time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't care about money. They paying you for your time,
I'm glad you
and
said
your work.
I'm glad you said that, because my thing is I don't get child support. I just don't. You know, I take care of these two babies, and that's fine. And because, well, let me say this first. I'm married and my husband's incarcerated, so I won't take from him because he went, basically feeling in his mind that he was providing, and he was. So he was a provider, but I don't get child support from my fathers, and it doesn't matter to me that I don't. If he was to even tell me, if he didn't give me $1, that's I haven't been getting it anyway. But if he would take time out to come see him play football, come see him play basketball, go to his awards assemblies, maybe come do some of these college tours with me, and not make my son feel like every day when he comes home that he has to tell mama about sports. Well, mama, you need to do this. Be there. Because you already not giving no money. So just be in his life.
Yeah, and they kind of hit me kind of sideways.
Y'all men over here hear this?
Is that really?
That's real.
Is that really, what I'm saying, what means more to you?
Yes.
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 Oh my God. So I'm going to say this.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to say
That's
this.
real.
Raising kids, like he said, is a business. I get child support. But one of them I don't get child support from. It's hit and miss, whatever it is. But I still value your time because at the end of the day, guess what? If something happens to my children's fathers, they're not going to mourn their damn check. They're not even going to know the check was missing. Yeah. They're not going to know nothing about a check or what happened to a check or if a check was there or not there. Men contribute what's called, we always say, self-esteem to my kids. My kids feel like they above the world. My son, you can't tell my son nothing wrong about his daddy. He don't care what situations me and his daddy may have. His daddy ain't even here. His daddy lives in Texas, and my son still thinks very highly of his father. My daughter thinks very highly of her father. It doesn't matter what they pay. And I'm not ashamed to stop and say I do get child support. Yes, because like he said, they're an asset. So I still have to feed into my kids. They need what they need. At the end of the day, though, if there's something happens to my kids' fathers, I can't replace that. It ain't enough money in the world that's going to replace that. They're going to feel that hole in their heart because they're missing their father. When they're adults, they're not going to stop and say, Mama, how much money did you? They don't know. That's not even their business to know.
Money doesn't matter. It's the
time. It's the time. They're going to remember the things they did with their dad. They're going to remember the times they spent with their dad. They're going to remember the things their dad said to them. They're going to remember the things their dad fed into them.
Don't worry. I mean, not saying you're going over beating a dead horse up, but like you're going more into it like, I was saying it sarcastically.
No, we know that.
I feel the same way.
But I feel what she's saying though too. Look how I was in high school. I was in high school, bro. Listen, I was in high school, for real. I was in high school. People used to ask me, why your daddy don't come to your graduation, your games, and your stuff like that? You don't think that hurt me, bro? You know what I mean? That hurt. Like, why people ask me why my daddy not there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still love my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, the kids gonna love their daddy no matter what they do. I still got respect for my daddy. I still wouldn't disrespect my daddy if he wasn't there or not. I still, to this day, I still love my daddy. No matter what he done, it ain't about that, but I still have that respect. But it hurt not to have that father in that perspective. Like,
and I'm gonna tell y'all this because I'm gonna touch on this because we need to have a lot of black fathers where they out the streets too. Because my husband is incarcerated. My thing is because he's chasing $1, and I will say that, but I feel like money wasn't that another thing where money is not that important. I would have rather had him doing something as far as working a 9 to 5 and being there because we was gonna live regardless and be in my daughter's life now because now she has to grow up with that little girl that doesn't have the father because he's incarcerated. So she's a statistic by far. You know what I'm saying? But I would have rather have her there. You know what I'm saying? In her life. So now I just kind of have to take her to go visit him, which is horrible. So, the thing is black men, as fathers need to think about that as well. When you make decisions in life, I would rather have him in her life doing something. Because, it's...
Let me relay out for that. I picked up Jaden, Shamika's daughter, from practice yesterday. She got in the car. The first thing she said, Uncle, Father's Day is Sunday, right? She said, my mama said... told my daddy kind of felt hurt because my mama told me that we didn't have enough money to go see my daddy. You know what I mean? Like, we had a conversation like that and it hurt that my niece, they ain't got her daddy there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the end of the day, she felt that way, like, my daddy's hurt, we can't see him, we gotta wait till next week. But, you know what I mean? That shit, it's crazy. It's crazy that what people think about trying to go chase that dollar, like you said, chase that dollar or go chase another girl like it's important in your kids. It's not important. Like,
but the only thing I say about that is because I know your situation.
Exactly.
But my situation was nowhere near as in depth as yours. But sometimes as us as black men, we are painted a picture of no other avenues. You know what I'm saying? I got stuck in a situation where I got locked up, and it didn't go as far as yours did.
Yeah.
But my whole thought, what I'm trying to tell you, I don't even mind telling it. You know what I'm saying? Because I already did my time for what I did. I jumped in the car with 3 pounds, and I'm ready to ride. But I'm not ready to ride because I'm trying to be the next kingpin. I'm ready to ride because I got 2 kids' birthdays, but I got 2 baby mamas that want to be bitter. You know what I'm saying? And my son is more important than yours. My son is more important than yours. But guess what? While y'all looking at this, your son ain't no more important than hers, and your son ain't no more important than hers, because guess what? They both my sons, so guess what? I'm just make something happen. And right now, this is the only avenue that I know that's going to help me flip something quick enough to where I can get both
But that's
of them.
the issue, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. No, I'm not saying it's right,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying in defense. Don't think that the man is
But
always chasing.
when we go back to time, though, that's what we're talking about. Time is more valuable, and that is my thing. Yeah. At some point in time, and we've had these conversations over and
But
over.
in the midst
but
of
I'm
it,
just saying, at some point in time, I've had these conversations, with him. So you can't really think of that. My thing is, once you become a father, you become a husband. Now, sometimes you might just want to be, you just gonna be my, daughter's father, and we're not gonna make this a union. Yeah. But once you take it into where we talking about again, remember that 2-family situation, and that's what I was thriving for, no matter what, because he was a provider. But my thing, I was thriving to have those 2 parents in the home, because again, like my brother said, we wasn't raised like that. Our grandma raised us. Yeah. So I wanted that 2-family, no matter what it was going to take. And I'm like, well, shit, he ain't out here, being this deadbeat. He ain't laying on my couch. He ain't asking me for nothing. So my thing is, you should have thought at some point in time, this could take you away. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she needs that time. Yeah. You taking time from her life where, I just think men have to think about that. It goes back to, we don't care. I'm not saying that child support, you definitely should pay child support. If that's a policy, if y'all can come to an agreement and just make something happen. I never wanted the people in my business. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, if we can negotiate just you giving me, or you don't have to give me money. And my thought process is, go take him to get what he needs, or go pay that coach, because you don't really physically have to hand me your money. That's just not the type of person I am.
A lot of women aren't like that, though.
I understand.
A lot of women need to be like that. But I asked my ex-husband, I said, what works for you? What can you afford to help me with? And that's how we worked that out. And it was what he was able to afford. And then we went from there. But I think that more people need to be like not really negotiate, but be understanding and have a conversation. What can you do? What can you help me? Be grown about it. But I think so many people are bitter, and I'm gonna take from him, and he out here kicking it, so I'm gonna take him back to court, or he making more money, so I'm gonna take him back to court. I think that's a bunch of bullshit for people to do that.
For one, get the friends away. Get the friends away, all the other influences, because they ain't in your relationship, they ain't living your life. And sometimes we have so many influences, and girl, man, if I was you, and we all got there from all different sides, and they ain't in your relationship, you're supposed to be building with the one that you with. That's the one you're supposed to talk to. But the thing is, we living in a situation that thrives off of separation.
That's what I was saying the whole time.
It's fucking... Yes, it makes so much money to raise a child without both parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The show that we grew up with watching with Good Times. What's her name? The lady on there, the woman.
The mother.
Weezel.
The mother.
Yeah. Look, I don't know.
Yeah. They tried to in the beginning. They tried to make that show a single family household. Yeah. And she said, "Excuse my language. It's for the people that want these words." She said, "Fuck that." She was like, "Nah, we finna make it. I'm not gonna put that image out there because I don't want people to think this is what we about. This is the standard." Yeah. She said, "Nah, you got to get a man on here with me." So she fought for that. She was like, "Nah, I ain't even take Esther Rose."
Mm-hmm.
She
said, Rose.
She said, "Nah, I'm fighting for that." She had to fight to get that man in that position. And you see what type of man he was in that environment. He was a stand-up dude. And we living in a society where nobody has that anymore. They don't have the man that can stop somebody at the door to say, "Hey man, what you want with my daughter?" You know what I'm saying? Exactly. We need that. We need that insight. You know what I'm saying? Why are you here?
We need
But,
those Cosby shows like we used to watch, and the shows that actually had families on them.
Yeah.
Now you see
Family
so
Matters,
many
you know what I'm
women.
saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
'Cause they
Just
push
raising
that.
kids because they push it now.
Why you think they put shows like Scandal?
Okay.
Yeah, you got it all. You
Drag queen shows, showing the kids how to be.
You got all the money.
All these shows.
You got all the money. You professional, but you chasing after somebody that ain't yours.
Okay.
You got everything going,
and I
but
think
you don't
what
have your
happens
own.
is they try to normalize the way society is. And I get it to an extent because, again, like I said, when you're forced into that position, you want to feel, there has to be some level of exception, accepting you and normalcy for you.
Not to cut you off, but after so long, like, the rate of people of being unaccepted became the majority. So now we are going to paint this picture of, hey, let's be this. And so now, if you're not this, if you're not the single mom, if you're not the deadbeat dad
became the
that's
culture.
going back, you know what I'm saying? You're not a part of the group no more. You're not a part, like you said, a part of the culture. Like so now it's the cool thing to be. It's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm hip if I can be the kid that's out here making it without my dad. Don't matter whether my dad calling me every day, trying to find out where I'm at. Why is mommy and daddy even arguing on the phone? Because I'm trying to find out where my son is. You know what I'm saying? I don't even care. I really care too less about what you got going on. But allow me to be a father for my son. Just because you didn't have one don't mean that you need to show my son how to grow up without one.
Break the cycle.
Break the cycle.
Break the cycle.
Because they brought that cycle to us because we had a cold cycle. And I'm trying to tell you, before we came over, I ain't that old, but before we came over, you 16 years old, you take you and your wife and you go. You got that tribe. You got to build your own empire. So now you 16, guess what? You got to go build yours.
So what changed? That's my question. Like, why is there so many single parent households?
It started in the 70s. It started in the 70s. They started all these programs. They implemented all these programs to, like, okay, if you take the man out of the house, I'll give you this. I'll give you that. So women was fighting over so many rights over stuff, and they wouldn't realize they was taking more than what they was giving you. And now we're in a situation where men is boxed in. And I'm not trying to say we got an excuse because we don't, but we just got more stuff we got to jump over. And gave us more stuff to jump over that we didn't have in those times because family was more about family. You had to stick together.
It was
we was more family when we was poor.
Ride or die. You know what I'm saying?
We was still eating. We was good.
Yeah.
But now it's like we got more, but we got less at the same time.
We have less.
We fighting. People living good. We live in nice houses.
We got more assets.
But the man and the woman can't get along.
But I'm just saying, like, I see like a lot of people having kids with people, but they're not staying together, or they're not even getting together.
Because it's
it
not
might be that woman stubborn, or might be that man stubborn.
But why not figure it out and make it work so that we can start creating these
because
two parent
it ain't the culture.
What they done, that's it.
The environment.
It's not the culture no more.
They're not teaching to stay together. They're teaching us
that, hey, guess what?
They're teaching that Jesus is your answer to your father. To your
make a
husband.
baby with you, and us not be in the same household. You just take the baby, go live off welfare. They gonna lock me up. But guess what? I can get out in 2 months, 2 years, and go make a baby with you and do the same thing. And then I can go do that with you. Now I got all these households that I've ruined.
I look at it as one person in the relationship got to be the bigger person.
Yeah, somebody
got to be the bigger person. Both y'all stubborn, it's not gonna work.
It comes down to the conversation. They teach you like for instance, okay, go to church. They teach you that you don't need no man. Jesus is your man. Jesus like, no, I gave you a man.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
He was here
Y'all need to have
you.
a conversation.
Yes.
Well, and also you need to be selective in who you pick. Let me just go there because let's start there because I have a daughter where I have this conversation, and I've had that conversation with my daughter because I can open my mouth and say out loud that I didn't make the best decisions in regards to the men that I picked for their fathers.
Yeah,
we all make an excuse. Well, he wasn't there or he don't want to be there. No, let me take ownership to my own shit.
Yeah.
I didn't take the proper steps to make sure that this man was going to stick around and be a great father, that he was going to be a good example to you in your life, that he was going to make a great father for his child. Like, I didn't do that on my own, so I have to take ownership of that. So when I tell my daughter,
I'll let her know. Like, you know, we were driving on my way to work yesterday, and, you know, I have a couple of people in my life that have, like, they struggle, you know, and thank God that I've come up out of that space. You know, I used to be there myself, but I tell her, like, you know, that's why you don't have kids with people you don't know what their intentions are.
Straight up.
Don't have sex with people you don't know where they plan to go. You know, we need to have more in-depth conversations. You know, that man needs to be beautiful to you. Not just cute,
there you go.
Not just fine, not just sexy, but you need to spend some time getting to know him.
Exactly.
What are his values? Do we even match value? Like, are raising his children important to him?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because that's even something, like, some of us haven't even had the conversation beyond, you know, I have my job is funny because, you know, I get white people who that's what they're raised to do. So we have a conversation, and one of my foster parents says he didn't even know what kind of diseases were in her family. I said, hell, he didn't even know how old she was. Yeah. Because that wasn't a conversation they had before they started having sex. They got to this point. No, they ain't. We're not taught to stop and say, what's in your family?
Well, the problem is that we have kids out of the lust stage too.
Yes.
And we don't get to know people, so we have kids too early with people.
Yes.
That's the bottom line. Is we don't even get the chance to know you because at this point I love you so much, care about you, you can't even do wrong.
Right.
But then when you start saying, how do you handle stress?
Exactly.
What kind of issues do you have in your family? We don't even get to that point.
No.
I
don't even know what your mental health is.
I
don't even know. Hold on, I done met the crazy uncle in the attic, but I only met him once, and I don't even recognize that your family don't even talk about their trauma.
But that type of stuff
is
really important.
And that stuff is very important.
That.
No, we're not.
So
we're not taught that.
Y'all think a big part in the relationship to keep the relationship going is communication?
That's 100%.
You have to get.
If you don't have no communication, I don't know what you want. I can't even tell you what I want, so I can't get what I want, and I can't give you what you want.
You know why? Because you're blinded by the booty.
Or the dick.
Either way.
And we all good. You know, let's raise our hand. We all good.
I mean, because you got some men parenting kids in situations that they don't even themselves want to be in. She don't want to be in. They fucking unhappy, but they ain't take time enough. It's 2 or 3 months down the road and she pregnant.
Exactly.
But you know what the biggest thing? I think the value of not only the man, but the woman. Both values have been dropped, you know what I'm saying, to where we don't even have to uphold standards no more. Like women, the way y'all used to carry yourself, not saying y'all don't carry it. Let's say women, just period, because I don't want to take
you could be broad.
no shots. Okay. Well, women don't carry themselves the way they used to. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be more of a secret. But you know what I'm saying? Cover some of it up. You know what I'm saying? Make it more of a mystery. Just like as a man, you know what I'm saying? As the men, we supposed to give y'all something more to look at. Like a woman said, you can't tell me that I'm supposed to be in the house cooking if you ain't gonna bring the groceries in. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna tell me to uphold the household and you ain't gonna put us in the house?
I have a question. Do you think that the standards are lower because we don't have the selection of men?
Value,
we
not
don't
only the standard, but
it's the
culture.
Value.
Yes.
We don't went from
Queen of Sheba.
Come and talk to me. I really want to know you. Exactly. You know what that is. Joey said, man, bust it down, Tatiana.
You heard right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't even know you yet, but I know how you. I know what you do in the bedroom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You was trying to have a conversation first. I want to know you.
We just willing to accept whatever now.
So let me tell you, I heard that like the music executives actually use music to separate our community as well.
That's a whole nother era of conversation
I've heard that. Because you mirror what you listen to.
Exactly. Right.
And so I've heard that. Like you said, come and talk to me. I want to get to know you. But now I don't need to talk to you. Let me check us
out.
A lot of people don't know their names. And you did them. You know what I mean?
The same executives that you're talking about own stock in the music, penitentiaries, morgues, clinics, they're in bed together. So that should explain. I want you to fuck up your life because it's profitable.
It's profitable.
Just
stock, like prison is profitable.
Yeah. But the biggest thing is, I think, is what happened was not to be too racist, because I don't want to be racist to none of the listeners or whatever, but it came out as a black and white thing, and they wanted to separate the black families. And
Yeah.
what it has done is not only has it trickled down to the black families, but now it's overflowing into the white families, into
we
the
set the
Spanish
tone,
families.
man.
Yes, like you said,
But-
it set a
We set
tone
the
because
tone.
most of the things when it first hit out, it's black
Yeah.
or white. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
no. We talk about the gray areas afterwards, but the biggest
Yeah.
thing we talking about black and white. And so how did this and this happen? So they separated us.
Yeah.
And once they separated us, they were able to separate some more,
Yep.
and then separate some more. But what they didn't expect
Is
is
it
for
to
this
flow
shit
over?
to flow back over. So now, guess
Yeah.
what? Now these white families
Evil.
is going through the same thing that we have to go through. So it's not no more longer a black and white thing. It's a male or female thing. It's just what's happening. Like it's part of the culture, not my culture, your culture. It's the culture now
You
because
think,
they're even empowering white women. Hey, be the white woman that you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
be the white man that you can be the Japanese. Hey, no,
You
hey,
like-
bring me in some
You-
unity.
You like,
know what
I
I'm
want to
saying?
be the man in
I'm
the
all
family. You
for
like,
it.
yeah,
I'm
you
all
the
for it.
man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be.
You know who you are. You a man. Yeah.
I'm trying to be. I'm one of those people that think like I keep trying to get my sister and them to do this with me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, let's buy this one big house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We 8 bedrooms. How many ever bathrooms? Whatever. We can build it.
Yeah.
Put it on enough land. And then we can build, you know what I'm saying? After we finish paying for this house, and let's everybody chip in, we pay for this house, guess what? Now we can mortgage this house off. We got 2 houses.
Yeah.
Let's build 2 houses, but we got enough land to do it already. Now, a couple of years, we gave up our own shit.
That's
You
what other
understand?
races are doing, though.
Yes. And they
Black
do
people
it.
aren't
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, I know.
They
I know.
live together.
Black
Right.
and
But
white.
you think about
Ain't
it.
doing that.
But you think
Yeah,
about
white
it.
people-
Where is that
Not
all?
a lot of them ain't.
Oh,
They
no.
not.
White
No.
people, let me explain this.
Mexicans
No, they do it.
Mexicans live
Mexicans-
together, but let me tell you what
Yes.
white
Yeah.
people do. White people do let their kids live with them.
Yes,
White
they
people
do.
do
They too
help
many.
them take
And that's
care
what
of
I'm
their
saying.
kids.
Yes, they do
Yeah,
it
they
all
do.
together. Hey, my son 35 years old, but guess what? He making 6 figures. I'm making 6 figures. His
Yeah.
mom making 6 figures. Guess what? We fit to go buy a whole fucking island. And guess what? By the end
Yeah.
of it, it's our island. Guess what? You can't get on there. You can't get on there. You can't get on there. Because
Yeah.
what? You ain't our family. But see, we don't think like that no
No, we
more.
think of getting the hell
think,
out.
hey, guess what?
Got my
I
money
can
and
do it on my own. You know what I'm saying? What, you don't want to help me? You don't want to help me? You don't want to get behind me? I do it by myself.
That's what they
Right.
talk about.
I know
You know
what-
what I'm saying? Hey, no.
That's
we
where
need
the
to get
divide
away
is.
from that.
I know I
Hey,
said I
you
love
got
the
a good
hood.
idea? Yeah.
But when I got my money,
I was gone. But what it is seriously like, we too afraid to accept the next person. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got a good idea, my brother. Hey, like I got on my
Yeah.
boy's clothing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, you came up with an idea, man. Hey, I'm ready to support it. I
That's
deal
how
with
we're
you.
supposed
You
to
know
do.
what I'm saying? Hey, let's build it up.
So this
I'm
is
trying
Johnny
to-
Osborne, by the way, right? Stay
Johnny
fly.
Osborne, I'm gonna shout him out, my boy Johnny.
It's
Hey,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We stay fly. I keep
Man.
his gear on. You know what I'm saying? Not. I hope that wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying? A little advertisement or what.
No,
Everybody,
no,
what
no,
I'm
no.
serious about what I do. Let's like if my cousin Terry come to me. If you got something that's willing to, hey, it's gonna benefit me and you.
yeah.
Let's work together then. Why not get to the next level?
'Cause we gotta
Because
get
two
past
strong brothers together is 10 times better than you standing on
Because-
your own and him standing on his own.
Well, because the other thing is, I have to be okay with seeing you do better, even if you
Right,
do better than me.
right.
And I have to be
Right.
okay with investing into
Straight
your
up.
idea and investing into what you have and investing in your
You gotta
space,
be able to accept
even
it,
if
yeah.
I never get to your level.
Right.
Yep.
And I think
Yeah.
sometimes people completely struggle with that idea of me
I'm not gonna
supporting
support
you
Yeah,
because you may outdo me.
That's the
You live
problem.
better than me. I don't want to.
Right,
That's
I,
it.
yeah,
That's
I
it.
can't believe
That's it.
you want me to
Yeah.
spend. You want me to. You,
What they
I
call
can't
crabs
believe
in
you
the
want me to
bucket.
buy your shirt for
Yeah, yeah.
$25.
Crabs in the bucket.
Bill Gates,
Yes.
Man, hold up. I seen this thing. It was crazy. It was like, and it was another racial thing, but like they had the little black guy. It was 2 black guys, right? And they showing this bucket, and I guess the black guys are in the bucket, right? And they're showing that how you got the brothers. They keep trying to pull each other out of the bucket. Crabs in the bucket,
Yeah.
right? But they got the white guys and the little figurines or whatever. You got a white guy that's bending down, that's being the step. Another white guy that's being the ladder. Another white guy that's being something else. And they pulling each other up. You know what I'm saying? If we as a people, and I ain't even caring about race no more, just about who you love as a whole in general, of who you are and who they are as a person, man, build your own. You know what I'm
It
saying?
go back to the-
Build
It's
your
it's
own.
funny because like just examples. So when we went to the 2 different islands that we went to on the cruise, you can see the crab in the bucket mentality. Because when one of them, we get some Turks and Caicos. We got one set of men. So when we first got off the ship, one guy just kind of approached us and was like, "What do y'all want to do? Y'all want to do anything? We can help y'all do something." I mean, he was really polite about it. Come over here. I'll give y'all some of this. I'll help y'all. Do whatever excursions you want to do. Whatever. Run into another guy who's like, y'all come do this with me. And so then he felt like they were in competition. Like, well, you coming over here, you come over and do what I want y'all to do. And I guess at some point they had a discussion about you taking my people and I'm taking your people and this, that, and the other. And I think what ends up happening is the survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
In our culture, what a lot of what happens, and I know it's a lack of support, but a lot of what happens is if a lot of people are afraid of that mentality. If I don't do my thing and secure my bag, I'm not going to eat.
Right.
So I can't encourage somebody else to go to you, and I can't push somebody else in that space, or I can't even support you going to other places, or be okay with you doing a podcast, or all of us can't collaborate because I'm afraid that my platform ain't gonna make it, and you're not gonna. And if I push your platform on my platform, then that may create some issues. What if somebody like you better than they like me?
Which I have the mentality of what God has for me is for me.
Exactly.
But that's the thing. And so a lot of times, like I said, I think it's a survival of the fittest mentality.
Lower animal thinking.
Yes.
That's that lower animal thinking. We need to understand physics, like the law of energy. Yeah, law of energy. Energy would not be it ain't created, nor can it be destroyed, but it only transport from one party to the next. Which means that whatever you put out, it's gonna come back to you.
Exactly.
Right? You put out love, you put out respect. Man, I honor you on your product and what you're doing. I'm gonna support it. Man, you don't think that's not gonna come back to you?
It will.
Right.
You gotta understand that. That's why I always show love. I always show respect. Just like you stood up with the shirt right here. Hey, shout out to Jet Life. And shout out to everybody that I want to support and their businesses. I've been doing it. But we got to start supporting each other. Man, we ain't got to be that crap. I don't even believe in that Willie Lynch bullshit. Right. That's some stuff. If they put it in your mind, right there, you're going to keep it alive if you keep on talking about it. I don't want to talk about none of that stuff. I don't talk about Illuminati, none of that stuff. Talk about positive. Speak it, put it in the atmosphere. Speak positive.
Speak it to existence.
Speak positive. Speak on your family. Speak on your relationships. We too busy looking at the culture and what's going on in our environment. We can't even focus on what's going on right here. Sometimes you got to put the blinders on like them racehorses. I'm only focused on my race right here. We too busy looking at the world and we distracted. Right. And that's how we fall off and not finish our race.
Right. We don't take our time to build each other up. That's what it is.
That's exactly.
We don't take our time to build each other up. Take your time out of the day to build that next person up, motivate them to make them want to go do something else. That's
like
how
you said, it's more or less that, like you said, well, if I help him, then he going to do better than me. You know what I'm saying? He going to outshine me. But see, I'm one of them, hey, I don't mind being Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? You want to be Mike Jordan? Hey, I don't care because guess what? At the end of the day, guess what? Hey, how many rings you got? Hey, I got a ring too, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, your money a little bit longer than mine, but at the end of the day, you got that couple mil, ain't nothing, you really can't say that I'm a want and I can't get it.
What Beanie Siegel say to Jay-Z, yeah, I ain't the captain on the yacht, but I'm on the boat.
Yeah. Hey, that's it. Let's build the boat up, baby. Hey, I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying?
So,
hey, I'm trying to get everybody on the ship.
Real,
I'm like
man.
Noah. I want everybody. I don't need two or nothing. I want some of everybody, you know what I'm saying? I want to
But I have a question, though. Like, we're talking about building each other up, but, like, I'm pretty sure all of y'all have encountered deadbeat fathers. Oh, yeah. What are y'all doing to build them up? I mean, are y'all able to build them up?
Yeah, by me having a conversation, I don't care if my homeboys get mad or whatever. I'm like, bro, that's not enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, go get your daughter. I don't care. She making you mad about the situation. Don't take it out on your kids. You know what I mean? Go take a responsibility of your kids.
And what's their response? I'm just curious.
Like I was talking about earlier, time. I don't care about the material things. I mean, you can buy kids 5 pair of shoes. Do that kid really know you? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, do that kid really know you? That's why I'm looking at it like, it ain't about the material things to me. It's about that time. Like
And
the
what
kid
you
hit that
get-
time with that mama, that daddy.
So your friend, for example, is receptive to what you're saying
Yeah,
to him.
yeah,
Like he's not on the defense end. Like, well, she da da da
Because
da.
it's coming from him in a different manner. It's not coming
Yeah.
from him as
Like I'm
the
trying
baby
to
mama
extra
yelling,
judge,
like,
put you
it
down.
ain't the
Right.
baby
Right.
mama yelling like, yo,
Yeah.
you a deadbeat ass nigga. It's
Yeah.
coming from the homie like, cuz.
Yeah.
So you,
Check
but you
this
do
out.
that to your friends? Neighborhood daddy?
No, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm one of those people that, hey, you don't want to do it, I will. Once I connect to the child, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting in trouble for this for a lot here lately, but me, I done reached a point, you know what I'm saying, in my life to where y'all grown. I don't care about the grown-ups.
So you
know what
don't
I'm
tell
saying?
them though?
Hold up. Let me finish, though. I don't care about the grown-ups. Me, my focal point is the child. Your child can come to my house right now, and I promise you, give me 24 hours with her, and she'll be like, Uncle Joe said I ain't got to leave. And you be like, well, what, you don't want to come home? Your baby is good. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm more receptive of the child's needs of, they want a male role model in their life that's really doing the stuff that they talking about doing. Me, I ain't talking about nothing if I ain't doing it. What's up? Y'all trying to go to Whitewater Bay? What we need to do to
Straight
get
up.
there? You know what I'm saying? And when it don't come through, you got that kid to stand over in the corner like when my mama said such and such. Hey, you better ask me. We done got in arguments about Jada. I don't even care what you say. I done take your baby all the way to Clinton. What you gonna do? You gonna fight me? You gonna fight me? What? We going down the slide right now. I don't even care. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? My babies, they call me. I'm Uncle. They switch my name up, Uncle Daddy. Me, I'm more on the focal point of the kids because I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
So do it have to be just a relative that you take care of, or it could be a neighborhood kid that you take
So
care
that's
of?
what the thing is. So the thing on the door is
neighborhood daddy.
Yeah, so the people across the street actually put that on his door. They surprised
that
him
wasn't
with it.
family. That wasn't family. Yeah, that was some neighbors. You know what I'm saying? They got their little date.
So the thing about Joe is, you know, and you always swear that Joe don't do the way he talk on her, but little Joe does a lot, and he says that, you know, he try to make it seem on her. So he the type of person that you can take your kids, you can take everybody's kids is at his house, everybody's kids. So it doesn't matter, like, you know, if it's just your kids, he gonna take it what it needs to do, you know, to have them there. So, you know, the baby, she had her backpack, snuck and had her backpack yesterday.
So I have a question though, like, how does that affect like your relationships? Because not all women are receptive to like everybody's kids.
All right. Well, first off, you know what I'm saying, I've actually just entered my first relationship after 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I recently lost my fiance, so I hadn't even been in a relationship. So all I knew was the kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, hey, the kids riding with me. They ain't worried about who, what, when, where, why, and how. I don't need no woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking for a little happiness. My kids brought me that happiness. I didn't care if it was my kid, if it was her kid, his kid. You know what I'm saying? His kid. I had somebody show up today. You know what I'm saying? He brought his daughter over just to holler at me for a little bit. And she's like, well, I don't want to leave either. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? Hey, leave her here. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for the kids. You know what I'm saying? And the kids bonded with me, so I bonded with them. So now that I'm in a relationship, somewhat, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, it's a big problem. But they have to know that coming with me,
come with them.
Hey, you gotta be able to take all of it. And it's not even though, like me personally, I have 3 biological kids. But if you ask somebody how many kids I got, I'm gonna tell you I got 6. I'm gonna tell you I got 9. One day I might tell you I got 10. So I move with a lot of kids, and they call me uncle or daddy. You know what I'm saying? And none of them are gonna change what they say or how they feel. I want to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was that kid that was left out. You know what I'm saying? For various reasons or whatever. I might have been the bad one, mama that had whatever. Me, what's up? The kid going, and even if the parent, like I told Mika, her baby, she didn't know her baby was going to. We was already in Clinton. You know what I'm saying? We gone. We're gone. Hey, your mama said you was supposed to stay here, but hey,
I told you don't take her.
But they know they in good hands because me, I'm the type. Some dudes they go broke on. You got guys out here going broke on smoking crack. You got guys out here going broke on tricking. You know what I'm saying? For these young women for weed and that. And I'm going broke on my kids, so I don't even care. So at the end of the day, so
That's what's up.
hey, when Papa start, you know what I'm saying? When Uncle Joe start pooping on himself, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I don't need no questions. one of you 10 kids better come wipe me.
For real.
One of you 10 kids better come and
For real.
wipe me. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really decided which one of the 10 is gonna be.
Yeah.
But, hey,
You ain't gonna know until that time comes.
Exactly, huh?
long
But
as
it's the
one
one that
wipe
you
me,
might
I'm
expect.
good.
The,
But
the one you might expect, she might like, yeah.
I
it
think
might
that
be this
men
one.
should hold their friends accountable.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because I hold my friends accountable. You can't be no deadbeat mama hanging around me. I don't give a damn. People be
Exactly.
like, well, I will
don't
tell
know
you.
any. I don't know any.
I don't
And
know. I mean-
it could be because I don't associate myself with them.
I've met a couple, but I tell you exactly how I feel.
They're not gonna feel that.
You gonna
energy.
know- you ain't gonna-
They're gonna move around. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
you gonna
Yeah,
you
real
gonna
right here.
eventually
Hey,
get
right
to that
there.
point where
Real
you
right here.
realize,
Yeah,
right?
they go already
I
know
gotta go
like,
in the dark.
Oh, wait, how about
No,
this?
they gravitate to people that just
Exactly.
like them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I would see that because people,
Yeah.
deadbeat mothers is probably going to hang around deadbeat mothers.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
you can't be a deadbeat mother around
And hang
me.
around
me.
I'm always with my kids and I'm my kids,
I see
and
that
you
why-
like, let's
Yeah.
go
That
out.
might be my reason why.
Yeah,
I-
that ain't gonna work.
But-
or you, or I'm my kids, and you this nigga and that nigga and that
Exactly.
nigga over there. I'm gonna stop and start saying, well, where your
This
babies
dude
at?
trying to get his doctor's degree. Think you hanging around a crackhead?
Right.
That ain't gonna work, man. I
Okay.
gotta go to sleep because I got some tests
Okay.
taken in the morning. We ain't gonna work.
Right. So I have a question for y'all because I used to talk to this guy, and he said that if a woman is don't even have custody of her kids, or if she have custody of her kids but she never have her kids always other places. He was like, I don't even want to deal with you. So like when y'all were dating or whatever, did y'all look at that like women like
Yeah, you
if a
better.
woman didn't have her
Yeah,
kids?
if you always,
Did
if your
that
daughter
matter?
always at your
Yeah.
grandma, your mama house,
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, you ain't got time for your kid. Like, why should I be with you if you ain't got time for your kid? Like you said, the kids.
Because I'm coming
Because
with
you gonna
you.
date.
That's number one.
You date according to what you will see for your future.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Right.
You don't drop a baby. You don't have a relationship with somebody that you might end up having a child with, and you be like, damn, she got to raise my child. Damn, what type of morals they gonna have?
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? So you supposed to date according to what you want in your future.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But I've heard
It's
guys
not.
say
It's just a
that.
waste of
You
time.
want to fish in the pool that's kind of somewhat like you. Because me, I'm the type. Like I'm saying, I'm gonna throw a few hints out there. You know what I'm saying? If you can't communicate with me with what these kids is talking about, it's letting me know that you're not involved enough
Yeah.
with your kid
Yeah.
to where I can't even deal with you because, baby girl, I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna be dealing with mine, and it might not only
Yeah.
just be mine. I'm not one of them ones where
Yeah.
you be like, that ain't even your kid. I don't care, but he getting in the van with us. So what you gonna do? I put you out of the van before I put the kid out. Matter of fact, your price of your ticket just allowed me to take 2 more kids. So guess what? So I just added 3 kids.
As a
You
matter
go
of
on
fact,
about your business.
Right.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'll ride out by myself.
Yep.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'll ride out by myself and take them kids.
And I'm gonna
to
say
work.
this,
And that's just me though.
because I think this is something we always say. I don't think a woman should ever be an excuse for why you're not involved in your kid's life.
Straight up.
I feel like a man, if you have to utilize the court systems, I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
For real.
You got to utilize the court system to see your
You say
kids.
that. You say that.
I
but
say that
you
100%.
You say that as 100%, but you want me to tell you what you're
Even
doing?
if you don't get
wait,
to-
time out. Only reason why I say that because you're going in there as 100% black female. Your perspective is total difference. That's like right now. I mean, well, hold up. They already know what I'm talking about. Black man, hey, I'm trying to stay as far away from the court as I can. It don't even matter, you know what I'm saying, what I'm doing on the side. I could be Terry. Great
Nah,
day.
At the end of the day, if I love my kid, I'm gonna fight to the end of the day for my kid. If I gotta go to court,
Even if that means
anything, I don't
that
know
at
about
some
that.
point,
If I
right.
gotta go to court,
See,
put
so
the
you-
white
see,
people in
he
my
might- that's
business,
the-
I
might
might
be
do
the
that
difference
because I love
because
my kid.
Terry, like,
You
you
think
know what I'm saying?
someone's
Terry,
separating me
yeah.
from my seed?
Yeah,
No, that's not what I'm saying. But what
No.
I'm saying is like we can go get up and go to work every day. But me, I'm one of the ones I don't like to get in the courts because me, I'm the type that I'm gonna get in the court system and I'm gonna get myself in trouble because why? Y'all said we can cuss, right? You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Why in the fuck am I standing in front of you trying to tell me how to raise my motherfucking child? I don't need your
that'll piss you
input.
off.
So why keep
That
fighting
would
with her
piss you off.
years
Yeah.
and you gonna get it on
Yeah.
paper
Yeah,
legal?
that piss you
Yeah.
off.
Get it legal.
And
Like,
so-
that's
See,
it.
and I'm
This is
that
why I
type.
say this.
I'll keep
And I
fighting
get,
with
and I
her.
get that black men don't like the court
Yeah.
system.
Yeah, we don't
I
like
get
the
it.
court
I
system.
Why
get
I
it.
keep fighting with her?
But yeah.
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 And I go get the paper legal. So look at the papers. Go to the lawyer. Now look, this would say I get joint custody. We 50-50. Like,
Right.
I have to keep fighting with her,
I'm
arguing
the
with
one-
her.
I'm
Because
the
there's
one-
no,
but
there's
see-
no need to.
No.
My thing is, take it to court. If you may not even be able to deal with that person, my thing is take it to court, get it on paper. And I have a black son, so whenever he has kids and it gets to a point where if y'all can't agree on something and just be mute, be cool with it.
I don't think that should be
I'm gonna tell.
I agree with you on that. To that point, I don't think that every woman that's on here listening. Don't let that be the first option.
No, it doesn't. That's what I said. Y'all need to. If y'all can't agree, is what I said.
Exactly. I agree.
I said if you can't agree,
Right,
my thing is
what
because
Terry
my thing
was
is
saying-
Keep arguing.
No, I'm just saying if you keep
but I'm
arguing,
saying what
Hey,
Terry
take the
was
steps.
saying that
take the steps.
first.
Because my thing, first thing, I'm
they
not gonna.
look
My
at the
first
steps,
mindset,
bro.
but what I'm saying is my first mindset is that let's work it out. We ain't never got to get the people
Right.
involved. Do what
You
you.
did the
What I'm
right thing.
saying. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all.
work
And
it
we
out.
ain't never got to have the people.
But
But
this
what
is
I'm
you
saying.
coming from.
But hold on just a second.
took
What I'm
the steps.
saying though is I'm going to take the steps.
Yeah.
My thing is when I
Exactly.
have my son, tell my son when he has kids, take those steps just to handle it in a accurate. Do what you got to do. The whole
Right.
if you taking care of your kid and y'all don't have any issues, that's fine. You don't have to get the people in your business. But if it comes to a point where she because you dating Becky, Susan, and Keisha,
In a feeling.
and she in her feelings, and my thing
But
is
see,
that
now,
but
that's
I'm
what
saying
you
that she
understand.
don't.
You keep saying, but I'm not saying what you don't understand. Then is right now we hit a barrier because now I got Becky Sue. Now I don't have to prove. Now where I didn't hit this barrier is playing field's not level no more. I have to prove you unfit. You know what I'm saying?
But it doesn't
I
have to go. That's not what I'm
it
saying.
is.
about
That's
that,
not.
though.
That's
Yes,
you
it
taking
does.
it to the
Nah.
negative side of it. And that's not what I'm
That's
saying.
right. But
That's into what I'm saying. All I'm literally saying is that when it get to a point, if y'all can't agree,
Agree.
and
Right.
and she's giving you issues, son, you don't have to go through those issues. What we will do is go because you are doing what you got to do. So we're gonna go to court, and y'all just have it on paper, and that way y'all don't
Mama,
have an
tell you,
issue.
You're not gonna walk into court on the same playing field.
And I
Yes,
understand that.
you never
And
do.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
this. I'm going to say
True.
this. I don't care if you come out of that courtroom and you don't win whatever exactly in your mind you thought you should win. At some point in your life, your child is going to come to you. And your child is going to ask where you were.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with men who just disappeared, who've made zero efforts, who's tried nothing, who just wants to blame her.
Yeah.
So if I come out of that courtroom and I'm defeated,
You hear me?
I lost.
Yeah.
I didn't get my kids. I don't see my kids no more. She moved somewhere. I never meet my kids. When my kids come to me as adults, I can stop and say, but I tried.
Yeah.
Because to me, that's the important part. I don't care the level. We don't have much of a level playing
But
field
I think
in
that's the
courtrooms.
thing. Like a lot of men, they stop. Like
Right.
when the baby mama start tripping,
they just
stop.
done.
To me, I'm gonna ask,
And that's
what's
the
the
difference.
next step can I go through?
Right.
I'm gonna keep
And that's
going.
what
What's
a lot
the
of-
next
right.
step?
And that's the
Something
difference.
else.
And like in the
Right.
beginning, that's the difference in the fuck boys.
Exactly.
And
It
the
takes
real
it
ones.
back.
Right.
Thank you.
No.
Ain't nothing
Like I said,
does.
by far, I ain't nowhere near.
you
fuck
will
boy.
fight. So you will fight for your kids, though, right?
That's
yes.
what I'm
To
saying.
the end,
It's
man.
to an extent to where
To the
y'all
end.
not understanding where when we go into this courtroom, the playing field is now unlevel, and now I have to drag my kids.
But the point
Hold
of the
up, let me
question is
finish.
you would go to court,
But
though.
wait, not in all cases. No, I can't say that because I've been to the cases to where I have to say I gotta fall back until you get out of your fucking feelings, and
Yeah.
guess what?
He is telling
I'm
the truth.
What
sorry,
if it's
but
a
hold
year
on,
now?
let me
What if
finish.
it's a year
But
now?
wait, let me
He
finish.
is telling
Hold
the
up.
truth, 'cause I know the
What I'm
person in the
saying
situation.
is instead of me going through court and taking my child to court and sending them through all this negativity that I'm not willing to put my child through, guess what? Sweetheart, you gotta go. So guess what? I gotta cut her off. Boom, she's gone. Me and baby moms is back on good terms. Me and the kids is back on good terms. So where y'all missing the point is not that I'm afraid to go to court because of this and that. It's because it's psychological things too. I don't want to put my baby up on the court because as soon as that judge or that lawyer asks my baby a question out of pocket, I don't give a fuck about your badge. I don't give a fuck about you sitting up there in no robe. Watch how the fuck you talking to my child.
So thing is about
you know
control
what I'm saying?
in a situation.
Yes, I mean it comes down to, and that's what it is. Like Terry said, we ain't got no problems until you got a new Becky. So guess what?
It's just
I'm
like,
gonna
right,
control
So
you
what's
this
gotta
wrong
way.
with your kid get on the stand and say my daddy is a real daddy?
Yeah, but then
You know what I'm saying? It's
Because
not
what's
hurtful.
gonna
It's not
happen
putting your
is
kid in the middle.
because what's gonna happen
Sometimes
is
we gotta-
now Her lawyer has to rip your child apart to make sure his case is okay. And me, I'm the type of daddy, I'm going to stand right up in the middle of the court. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Fuck the judge, fuck the bailiff, and the lawyer
but
going
you're
on.
talking about
Get my
again,
baby out. You know what I'm saying?
But then as a father,
as
a father, then you stop and say, and to your attorney, I don't want you to do that to my child.
Exactly.
But this is my thing. What I think happens is a lot of men, Shama just say it, a lot of men will bend over backwards, fall up under her feet, worship the ground she walk on and shit, simply because they want to see their kid.
Yeah.
When in all actuality, you bowing down to a system dealing with her just as much as you would the court system you trying to avoid. So my thing is, she should never be able to run your life to the point in which you have zero life, you ain't got no control, and she controlling everything you're doing.
Shout out to Psycho Breakers. We starting this system going, talking about stuff like this. The thing is, what we trying to build is breaking these cycles, man, and being more strategic in situations like this. Because I know a lot of brothers that have this same atmosphere, they have the same situation, but we got to know how to deal with it. It's just like people was through the years, it was like we got all these kids getting shot up because the police pulling them over and this and that, and we like, well, sometimes we do, even though the law is really fucked up, we do need to let them know how to respond. See, sometimes we react and we don't respond, and it's a big difference. React is like it's an action. It's like you're playing a video game. You can press a button. You're supposed to do exactly what you make that player do. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people know how to press your button, know how to do certain things, know how to say certain things. All you're going to do exactly what they tell you to do. But to respond takes action. It takes intellect first. You think about the situation first. How you going to respond first. You think first. So sometimes we might have to, strategize first. Like, man, I would want to take your head off, but, man, I'm finna chill. You know what I'm saying? Because the situation ain't going to be right after that. So sometimes we have to go in that courtroom and be like, man, I would want to throw this motherfucking chair at your ass, but, Your Honor. But anyway.
See, that's all I'm saying. I'm just being straight. I ain't made it to that level yet. I'm the one that's going to go in the court.
But that come with the teaching, though, the training.
You going to raise your child,
I'm really glad that you sat here and
saying?
said that. You broke it down, and I'm glad you sat here and said that.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times what ends up happening is we have a lot of men who don't have the opportunity or are in spaces where a woman is completely controlling your life for you to be a part of your child's life, and that's not even necessary.
Nobody ever controls your life to the full.
Right, and she shouldn't control your movement.
But baby mamas will try to do that.
Yes,
they will try.
A lot of men are not knowledgeable. They don't know, and they will allow her to do that.
Right,
because they don't know.
Because again, you know why? Because they don't want to deal with that court system. Right, but you shouldn't even care as long as you're doing the right thing.
I'm telling, you getting the white folks in my bed, like you feel like the less of a man by that.
You know what, bro?
I'm not gonna feel like that because I'm fighting for my child. I'm not less of a man.
And you know what the answer to all that is seeking knowledge, man.
Exactly.
We gotta seek knowledge. Don't fuck with no man that ain't trying to seek no knowledge. If you got a dude that all he listens to is Lil Wayne, man, you got a fuck boy. If you got a dude that always, man, trying to fill his brain with something that's helpful for his life, his family, you got a real one. What's his name? Ricky Freeway Ross. Freed himself, biggest drug lord on the northern hemisphere. Didn't even know how to read when he came into the penitentiary. Freed himself because he saw some flaws in the law in his case. Because he seek knowledge. And got himself free. The thing is, man, we out here and we got all the damn freedom. We got all the knowledge, but we ain't applying ourselves. Wisdom ain't. No. What was it? Knowledge ain't shit without wisdom. Because wisdom is knowledge applied. So if you just got knowledge, man, and you ain't applying that stuff, it's just wasted.
Man.
That was deep.
That was deep. We appreciate that.
It's just nothing.
I mean, so like I said, I think it's a lot to go on in this whole conversation. I think as a community, we have to continue to keep talking about it. We do. Figuring out ways to combat it. Strategically move about the things we do. We need to strategically be picking mates.
I just say change the word.
We at war, man.
Instead of saying, no, that's what I was going to say. Stop it and stop making us be at war and combative.
Exactly.
Because Let's come together.
We at war together.
That's what I'm saying.
Not against each other, but they're at war with us. We just don't see. We don't see the war against us.
That's what I'm saying.
We fall into place with it.
Doing at the war against us. They're pitting us against each other within our own thing.
Exactly.
And what we need to do is stop trying to battle. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man.
We love y'all. You know what I'm saying? We love the black women.
And we love y'all. And
we love y'all too.
We need to stop to where I need to find your flaws instead of trying to. You know what I'm saying? Beautify you. You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the
day, find out how it's going to work out. What's really going on? Because at the end of the day, a black man really ain't gonna make it without a real serious black woman.
Exactly.
You know
And we
what I'm
feel the
saying?
same way.
Make him stop making him feel less of a man.
You know what I'm saying?
And build him up.
Yeah.
Because we need
but at the same time, like
we need
you
y'all
said
like
that,
y'all need us.
I was gonna say that like that.
We need
but,
y'all.
But what,
That's respect,
what
man.
society has shown us is so simply for a black woman, the quickest way to get to a black man, you know how it is? I'm gonna tell you.
What?
To a black woman.
Yep.
Because you know what?
Yeah.
We really don't give a damn about them other ones.
Yeah.
We really don't care too much about it. You go mess with a man that's got more than one baby mama, right? Tell me he got a black woman, white. It's crazy how we used to do the jokes, black man, white man, Chinese man. You go tell me a black man that's got a white baby mama, a Chinese baby mama, and a black baby mama. You tell me where his focal point really is. Because the white woman is going to be able to accept certain things that she's not accustomed to.
But she can't relate to a lot of stuff.
Right, but that's why she's willing to accept them. So what? That black man is still not balanced.
Right.
Yeah.
But that
Don't
sister
feel old.
that's gonna come in,
She gonna balance you.
you gotta stay. But y'all gotta
Keep you on
stay
your toes.
level-headed.
Keep you on your
Yes.
toes.
But
Hey,
that's what
it is,
it
right
is.
there.
Hey, you be like over on what's that movie? Boys in the Hood when he was swinging, fighting the air.
Yeah,
He got down and hugged that black woman, boy. He was all right after that, boy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's
Cuba
what,
Gooding Jr.
and that's what society has taken from y'all that y'all really don't understand. And I'm here. I'm as sensitive as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Black women, we love the fuck out of y'all.
And we love
You know what
y'all
I'm
too.
saying?
And we could be
And
submissive
y'all-
like y'all need us to be.
Yeah.
Like we could be no, seriously.
Hold
we
on.
could be
Hold on. Everybody, this is a mark in history.
Yeah.
Black woman said the word submissive.
But you see, the
But you-
one.
Hold on, let's take it. Hey,
But
Hold on.
submission requires leadership.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, let's take a moment of silence, though.
That's
Hold on.
why I
Let's
said.
take a moment of silence. God damn.
And to be a leader, let me even go further and say this. Because this is what men don't understand. To be a leader, you have to be a servant first.
Man,
Right.
I was about to,
Nah,
why did you
hold
say
on,
that before I was about to say it?
You have to be. Men don't understand it. I can be submissive to a leader who understands that being a leader means being a servant.
And I want
Wait, you don't have to
That's what
be
I
a
want.
servant, but you have to understand a servant.
You have to be a servant
Why
first.
did you beat me to that? Damn.
You don't have to be the servant,
Hey.
but you have to understand all angles of it. I gotta be able to understand where the servant is coming from. I gotta understand what it is to be the king. But that's just like
The
I
king
said.
is the ultimate
I
servant.
can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't
He's a
expect
servant.
because he's serving what the people. Yes,
Yes.
we already know that.
Exactly.
But I can't expect you to go in that house and cook if I ain't gonna provide the house
Yeah.
or if I ain't gonna provide the food.
There you go.
Protection.
But-
everything.
There you go.
Where
Security.
society is killing us is they giving us too many opinions. They giving us too many
Yeah,
options
there you go.
to say whatever we want to say. Because guess what? I can really do this on my own.
Yep.
It's what's in the back of all.
And I
It's what's in
can't.
the back of everybody's
They
mind.
teaching you.
Independent.
They
You know what I'm
teaching
saying?
you to
Yeah.
give.
I'm
They
independent.
teaching
Whether
you
it's
to
the
only
woman
give.
or the man, it's so focal point. I can do this on my own because hey,
And
I'm
I
a victim
can
of
in the
it. So,
meantime.
so
But I
put your
want
finger in
that
my face
person.
They,
because
that woman-
they
used to
teach
be
you to
a-
give only affection, but not respect.
Right.
Because respect is required by giving respect. You know what I'm saying? You don't respect nobody if they ain't giving respect.
And
know
that's
what
the
I'm
big
saying?
thing too.
So,
and you know, we as a people,
It's easy to give off affection. Oh,
I
you look
wish I
good.
would
Let's
give
do this
somebody some
thing.
respect. You gonna be disrespectful to me. Guess what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be just as much disrespectful to you.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
as if you gonna hit me at 10, I'm gonna hit you at 20. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But that's the thing we got to get rid of.
That's
Yeah,
what
we,
we're saying.
that's what we
So
said.
Terry
pride.
said at the
Yeah.
beginning, he said somebody has to be the bigger person. And I
Right.
think that's
That's
the
real,
problem
man.
is that
That's real.
people,
Damn.
if you give me 10, I'm going to give you 20. If you give me 20, I'm going to give you 30.
Yeah,
like y'all
exactly.
keep
Yeah,
going
it's
back
real.
and
Yeah,
forth.
man.
What about
Somebody
you
gotta
just
Stop
stop
going
it.
tit for tat.
somebody you gotta start going.
You gotta
competition.
stop.
But
Don't meet on
competition. If that
mutual
woman being
grounds.
independent so long, when she get in a relationship, she used to that
That's
independent
her
life. So
mindset.
she
Yeah.
her mindset is
Yeah,
setting on
yeah,
independent
yeah.
instead of letting the man be that king of
But
the
let me
house.
say this
So
though. Yes.
She stuck like
That's true, but I think you got to understand where she's coming from, and I think you got to work to change that.
Yeah.
It's the same. Like
I've
we
heard
have to
that.
understand.
It's
It's
easy.
It's hard. It's hard
same
because she
thing.
used to doing it on her own.
But
and
be
I'm trying to do
patient.
this, and she
Be
not doing
patient.
this.
Just be
and-
Like
But
me, I'm
That's the biggest word you can
divorced.
say right there.
I'm independent. I do shit on my own, but at the same time, I do want a man to come in here and lead my household.
But it's gonna take time.
Yes, but you got to
Basically,
show me too that you're a
But
leader.
that's the thing right
at
there.
the same
You can't
time.
like women now. Know what I'm saying? Women nowadays with y'all that y'all already been running for so long by yourself, and y'all not understanding it at the same time that we have to understand y'all because y'all been running for so long
Like, we
that you
gotta
expect to
understand
say
y'all.
you
Yeah,
gotta understand us
respect
too
it.
because
Exactly.
we ain't been running it our whole lives. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, but we are that king of the household. So allow us to, you know what I'm saying, try to be that and push us to
Yeah.
it instead of saying,
Watch your
I
words,
got it.
man.
you know what I'm saying?
Watch,
I got it.
watch
you know
your
what I'm
words.
saying? Yeah.
Speak
So
life.
Exactly.
Let me
Speak life.
Hey,
speak
but
life.
we all
I was gonna
need
say
to
the
be
same
right.
thing.
Hey,
There
like
you go.
Terry
Speak
said,
Speak life.
hey, listen here.
Speak life.
You beautiful. You beautiful too. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you too. Hey, let's go get this. But not you go get it. Or I'm gonna go get it. Let's go get it.
But
Together.
also,
Yeah.
let me
This is-
explain something
yeah.
else to you. Is we
Yeah.
have to
Let's
understand
do
in our
it.
community that our men may not have gotten it at home.
Yeah.
And I can't always feel like you just supposed to have it. And I realized that, and I've realized just in my own journey, that sometimes me saying, you know what? I love your ambition. I love your motivation. I love your drive. I can't enable
That's a
you,
good one.
Right.
but I can speak into you. And I think what happens is we've lost that amongst each other.
And like when Courtney was on the show, what he said is that a lot of us, when we get into relationships and situations with people, we don't put our expectations out there. We don't lay it on the line. And that's what we need to do. We need to put, I expect
Be
this
clear.
from you, and you expect this from me, so we could be clear, like you said.
Transparent.
And then we
Yeah.
go from there.
Yeah.
Because I can't read your mind, and you can't read my mind.
And it goes back to like I said, I understand why sometimes you gotta put sex on the back burner, man. You gotta wait on that
Exactly.
Right.
because I need to know you. You know what I'm saying? I need
Yes.
to know you. Who are you?
Exactly.
Not just what you do.
But how many people are getting to know you nowadays,
We
though?
need to.
That's
I know that's what I'm saying. It's the
Nobody.
culture because it's the culture.
It's the culture.
And the thing is, even if you in a relationship, you started one, we got to understand that when it comes to love, we got to love each other different type of ways. A man and a woman would not love each other the same type of way. We don't require to love each other the same type of way. A woman requires for you to romance her. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she's protected. Men are love. You can romance us all day, but our biggest requirement for love is respect. Just to say, hey, I listen to you. Wow. Just like when you said submissive. Women shy away from that word because they act like, oh, that means I'm going to be a slave. Let's go back to the garden when we was created. I'm going to explain this whole situation. They said, man, symbolically, the woman was created from his what?
Rib.
Rib. Why was she created from the rib? That means because she was taken from his side. That means she don't belong below him or above him. She's a
beside
side.
him.
You know what I'm saying? So we helpmates. We help each other. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But society got us role reversing. That's
Right.
why they push this issue of being so independent instead of being interdependent. You don't need no man. Be your man. Or let the government be your man. Because that's not going to balance out the kids. They need both principles. Without that, now you got dudes that don't even know how to respond in situations because they react. Oh, you stepped on my shoes. Now I got to kill you. I got to shoot you. I just lost a cousin over some bullshit. And another cousin over some bullshit. Why? Because you responded in a situation because you got too many of these principles and not this principle, which we need to balance each other out. You can't be so, feminine that you don't know how to be logical. And you can't be so damn logical that you don't have no damn compassion. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like Major Payne, just so tough, I'll just quit crying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, man need to cry sometimes. That's showing compassion.
Which is everything that you're saying, which is we need more men like you in the community to talk to these young boys and to explain that.
Yeah, that's why
Because
we started
they
our
don't
stuff.
know. They really don't know.
They don't
Exactly.
think it's
Because
okay.
I'm not supposed to show feelings. I'm not supposed to
know.
show emotions because I'm weak.
It pushes you
So
so
like you
far
said,
out.
but I need to be I need to be logical and I need to be compassionate. Like
It's
We need
okay.
both.
it's
Right.
okay to
Yes,
be
okay.
that way, but we're not
Both.
taught as a race. We're not
Exactly.
taught that, and I think like a lot of some of the black men that are in little boys' lives or whatever. What you crying for? What you
Yeah,
so sensitive
that's too
for?
far extreme.
And it's okay.
Yeah.
I just text you. Okay.
They teach us extremities to be either far this way or far that way.
But there's no in between, and it's okay.
That's the balance.
Well, mainly because I don't think we, like he said, we don't get the balance.
Yeah.
Where
Right.
your dad teaches you, like your mom reacts.
Right.
Let's think about that. Women react.
Yeah, we need both.
Men teach you logic. Think
But
about
it's out
that.
of passion.
It's right.
But it's out of passion. I'm not going to disrespect it and say it's
Right.
wrong. We need that too.
Right. So men, because they have a logical way of thinking about things, they tell you,
Yeah.
think that through.
Yeah,
whereas
yeah.
your mother thinks, well, I just need to react. My baby.
Yeah.
You know, we're the one
yeah.
who, I'm here to cover. I'm just here to react. I don't give a damn what you say to my
Yeah.
baby. Where you at? Like, I ain't thought
Hey.
2 seconds about it, and he may come back and be like, but baby.
Hey, what the boy say on Friday when Craig was getting his ass beat by Debo? And he was like, and the woman's like, about to get the gun and shoot. She's like, that's my baby. It's like, no, hold on now.
Mom was ready to clear it out. Hey, Mama said, no, you ain't fighting fair. We just clear it out.
Right.
But Pops, we gonna have more logical things. It's not necessarily always logical.
And it's
but
not always
more
right, but
of a
it's
way-
more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh, man.
We want to break it down because we ain't always had that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities for us is different
Yeah.
to what they living through now. So men now, and I think we're so far behind,
Hey.
we're just trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? And now you still have the few, we still fighting each other.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? We just
Hey.
gotta stop.
Hey, according to Ben Carson being over the situation, we ain't gonna have no choice. Because he over housing and all that, and he was against that stuff. So it's gonna be a situation where
Yeah,
we
all
gonna
that
have
stuff
to
is
come
supposed to
together.
cut out.
You gonna
And
go to
then
that.
you gonna
they
see-
gonna go to that deal, and they gonna get access withdrawals. That thing ain't gonna work.
Now, that ain't gonna be the one.
Hey,
when
Willie.
they get that full rent bill, then it's
For
gonna
real.
be like, yeah, your rent ain't $20 this month.
Yeah.
What you mean? Yeah, you
So
gotta
we
pay
get
that
forced,
whole.
man.
You gotta pay that whole thing.
You get forced
So
to build
now,
that thing back.
it's gonna be like, so what do I turn to now? And
Exactly.
it's gonna be like, oh, well, the government is shit
Well,
on me.
well,
and
men
I
have
gotta-
to, but then men have to
Hey,
also
sorry,
fill
yes,
in
Willie.
on that
Hey, come
space.
back in the house.
Yeah, see,
Right.
and that's where
Yeah.
it's really, and that's where it's gonna throw us off again because
Yeah.
now you put a sorry motherfucking, oh excuse me,
There you
sorry,
go.
you put a
fine.
sorry one in the household to now he's supposed to breed on. You know what I'm saying? They still tear us apart. So
Yep,
when
exactly.
when it come, we as a people need to be ready like we wasn't the last time.
It's time to prepare, man.
You know what I'm saying? We need to start prepping ourselves. And y'all as women, y'all spread the word enough. Hey, it is good black men still out here. We
It
still
is.
out here.
It is.
And we
But
still looking for strong
it-
black women. But our biggest thing is we bump heads so hard that a strong black woman, she ain't gonna take nothing less than a strong black man.
Hey, this is
So
what
we
I want
gotta
to
be
say.
able to understand each
This
other.
is what I want to say, man. And I'm about to get up out of here. This is what I want to say. Let's start speaking life.
Yeah.
Start
Fuck,
there.
fuck the bullshit. Okay, we know you can always point out a problem. It's never ending.
Right.
Everybody went through some stuff. Everybody can tell you about some shit. Man, speak life. We was created in His image. When He sent us here, He was creating stuff off a word. Off a word. Let there be like, this is good. We need to use that same principle.
Right.
Speak life into your family. Speak life into your situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why they put all this stuff out on social media and everything, because they want you to stay in a mind state of victimhood. I can't.
They want to
We
be
can.
able to funnel you to where they
Speak
can
that
control
shit.
you. If they can put you into a barrier to where they can only give you so many outlooks to where, well, if this happened, this is my only reaction. This is the only reason why that could have happened is because my dad wasn't there, because my mom
Stop
was
giving
there.
that power.
But
You above
hey,
that. You created His
stand out.
image.
Become your own, you know what I'm saying?
You created His image.
Yeah.
It ain't no I can't because of this. You can because you spoke in existence and you let that shit manipulate, man. You manipulate the atmosphere, man. That's what we're supposed to be doing. We sitting up here, we just giving so much power to everything else. So many situations. We supposed to be building right now. So that's why you'll never see me on social media reposting some negative stuff. I'm always trying to build. I'm like, we can go beyond this, man. Many people gonna post something that's negative. Look at the cops beating this and that, whatever. Hey, but look at these women right now that just graduated to college and they doctors and stuff right now.
They
You know what I'm saying?
posting that. You know what I'm saying?
We need to focus
Like I
on
said, bad news travels
building.
but that's the only thing that we've been taught. to you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
to see that this is what's
Which is why we have to
exciting
change
you.
it.
The reason why we got
Yeah.
this radio
Change it.
pod show
Yes.
right now, because you building right now. It starts with the minds, creating minds, building minds. I can give a man $1 million today, and he could be broke tomorrow because his mind ain't right.
If he ain't set up,
You got to get your mind right
Which is
first.
why I enjoy doing this, because like I said, if we help, or I'm gonna just say if I help one person, I'm okay with that, because it's
Yeah.
one person's mind that's
Exactly.
changed.
Yeah.
And so like
That's
what you're
it.
saying, like quit with the negativity. Like some people are so quick to jump on the negativity, but speak
Yeah.
life. You know,
Right.
and so I don't know how many people may listen to this episode. It's on Seattle Hip Hop Radio, so people all across the United States. But the fact that somebody, it will be changed by this episode.
Exactly.
I'm saying
Small
one thing,
flame can
hold
burn
up,
down the
before you
whole
cut it
city.
we're gonna speak life right now. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And I want you to know we got, as of right now, we got 3 black males, 3 black females. I want y'all to know that y'all are just as important as we are to y'all are as to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We love everything y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? Empowerment. We just need to keep spreading it. Don't stop
Absolutely.
here. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 beautiful black women, 3 beautiful black men, and I'm able to say a beautiful black man.
Beautiful by
because
what? What'd you say in them
I'm saying
What'd you say? Beautiful by what?
Beautiful black
Beautiful
men.
because of what?
Because it's what's on the inside of you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
I ain't looking at this man to say, hey, his pecs are big or his head is balder than mine. Because, hey,
Yeah.
hey, mine is shiny, baby. I'm trying to tell you, don't get no shiny in mine. But seeing this man as a different, you know what I'm saying, that's beautiful. He's doing something that I want to do. He wants to empower us just like everybody else sitting here is. It's
Yeah.
not like, can we say that? Or,
You can say my name,
yeah.
no
Oh, well,
means.
okay, well, I don't know. Well, Capri, you know what I'm saying? Amiga, Dante, you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to take no more from one to the less. We want to push everybody up, you know what I'm saying? If we all bumping up, if we all on level 25, there ain't nothing less left for 26. But I don't want to leave you on 12. I don't want to leave you on 13. I don't want to leave you on 10 and you on 14. Hey, let's move together, you know what I'm saying? The stronger the foundation, the harder that shit is to break
Build an
down.
empire.
Yeah.
Build
Thank
an
you.
empire.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Straight up.
Hey,
Sunset.
free Lucius. Free
Yeah.
Lucius.
So we're
My
gonna wrap it
bad,
up.
my bad.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up on that note so we can go eat.
Yes.
So Capri.
Oh,
So
just put
for-
me on the hold on. Just put me on
Well, you
blast
close
like
it
this.
up.
So first of all, let me say this. This week has been empowering for us as a podcast. I'm gonna tell Mika and Dante I appreciate them, but I want to also say to the men in this room, we see you.
Appreciate that.
Because I think a lot of times what happens is no one has told you that we see you. Joe, we see you, neighborhood dad.
Ooh,
We
right.
see you, Joe.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Terry,
appreciate
we
that.
see you, daddy to be. We see you. We see you, Kyrie daddy.
Kyrie Daddy.
Kyrie daddy. Lionel, we see you
Appreciate
making
it.
a difference in this community. We appreciate who you are. We
Yes.
appreciate who you want to be, and we
Love it.
appreciate what you want to give us.
Yes, love
We
it.
see y'all because I think a lot of times black women don't say that enough. And I think a lot of times you guys don't feel that enough. But we see you. We appreciate you guys coming on our platform. We appreciate, like I said before, we appreciate you guys even just wanting to share this platform with us. I don't want you guys to think I think that that's something that you have to say a lot of times when people see 3 black women and they see 3 strong personalities. They think, oh, they hate men, or they don't want to be, men ain't nothing, and they on there talking about they experiences with their baby daddies, and they
Because we
bitter
love
and they
y'all.
mad.
Okay.
But when you got a baby daddy to see your kid 2 to 3 times a year and live 10 minutes away, I mean, you can't help but to have an issue with that.
Right.
I'm just saying.
It's got
And
no
it doesn't
story.
make me a mad
Got no
black
story.
woman.
Yeah, you gotta know
That
the
doesn't
story.
make
I'm
me
not
bitter.
I'm not
Yeah,
bitter.
yeah.
But the fact that you only see a
Yeah.
kid 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times a year, and you 10 minutes away.
Right.
Yeah. What's the problem there?
Because
Yeah, you-
I see your value in my
You
child.
human.
So let me go here to say this. If I'm mad about it, I understand the value that you have in our child's life. And I understand the value of my child. And I want you to understand the value of my child as well. So I think that a lot of times that comes off as I'm just mad or I'm upset or I'm bitter. And maybe I don't have the words to put together to say it in the right manner or the way it should be said. But I also want you to understand that if I'm angry about it, it's because I value it. And I think our black men need to understand that.
You do. Yeah.
You guys know we are on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube,
Yeah.
and Anchor
Y'all check it out.
with a new episode every Sunday. But you guys can check us out anytime. I was telling people yesterday when we were at Trappy Hour, because we had so much fun there yesterday. if you need help navigating and trying to figure out how to listen to us, or you guys know somebody who needs help navigating and trying to listen to us, just reach out. I'm not going to shame you because you don't know how to use any of these platforms. These are new to me. And so for us, I think this is one of those things where just the assumption that you guys will know how to listen to us or know how to catch us is, you know, I think that's I don't want to be that person. So, with that being said, if you have questions or you know somebody has questions, just let us know. Hit DM us. No question is stupid. Just ask. Like I said, I told a couple people yesterday, YouTube is probably the easiest way to do it, just because YouTube is so easy for everybody. But 5 days a week, 7 days a week, we're on all of those platforms. Once they're posted, you can go back, you can re-listen, you can rewind, whatever. Now, we're on SeattleHipHopRadio.com on Mondays and Fridays, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. The thing with that is we're not always able to, you can't rewind. Can't go back and listen. You can't go back and figure out what we said. If you heard and want to laugh, you can't go back. However, that platform is a platform that has been created by a black man. So I am going to say this. Let's support that. He tries to put talent that people don't necessarily know exist or out there. He puts that on his platform. It's like a Pandora, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And he has also discussed with us that he's going to put us on there. So you might be listening and we hop up. You know, we don't know when. I mean, I want to say it might be 9 a.m.
He plays it random.
But it's going to be random throughout the week. Yeah. But on Mondays and Fridays for sure, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's just support him. We always talk about, you know, having our own platforms and having things that belong to us as a community, as a black community. That is something that we have. So that's a great way to be able to support us and also support someone else that is standing behind us. We appreciate his support. Tony, we always say it all the time. Tony found us and then said, I'm going to put you guys on my platform. I'm going to put you on several of my platforms. I'm going to put y'all on my platform enough for people to recognize that y'all have talent that I appreciate, and I want other people to see y'all's talent. So we appreciate Tony and just his unlimited support for us. So you guys support him as well. If you guys want to be in contact with us, follow us. We're on Facebook, Mocha Tea Podcast. We're on Twitter, Mocha Tea Podcast. This week I got better at tweeting. Yeah. I have been tweeting, you guys. I am going to tweet today because I've been tweeting recently. And then we are on Instagram, Mocha Tea _podcast. If you guys have any questions, inquiries, or anything, hit us up in our DMs. All three of us are on Instagram and Facebook as well, so you can hit our personal pages. You can hit the group page or whatever you want to do with that. We are on also Gmail. Anytime you guys want to get in contact with us, you got any business inquiries or anything like that, it is Mocha Tea 2018. So Mocha Tea 2018 at gmail.com. Just let us know. If y'all have any questions, got any topics you want us to hit on, or anything you guys want to talk about, just let us know. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope you guys felt appreciated. I hope you guys understand that you are needed in our households. We love you and we thank you, and we are out. Peace.